The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
The Jets continue to interview candidates. They continue to request names. Rex Ryan's interview is in the books. Where do things stand? We'll talk about the latest. It's the Jake Asman Show. Let's hit it and get it started. Man. This is the same old Jets. We have Aaron freaking Rodgers. We have Garrett Wilson. We have Breece Hall. Please subscribe and hit the like button for low. Super chat, baby. Cut the line. We have Sauce Gardner. We have Quinnen Williams. Now it's time to talk all things New York Jets. It's the Jake Asman Show. Here we go, Jet fans. Welcome in, everybody. Hit that like button and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Joining us right now in his weekly spot on the show is the host of the Turn on the Jets podcast, our friend Will Parkinson. And Will, I know you were running a little late, but you have a legit excuse. Your dog had to poop. Is that correct?
That is 100% accurate. It was either on my foot or outside, and so we chose outside.
Big fella starts us off with a super chat. Which is more full of poop, Will's dog or Will's new excuse for being late? Get here on time, Devo.
Big fella, we appreciate the cash, man. We appreciate it.
Oh, man. We'll have to talk about with you, Will, but I want to tell you what I have heard about Rex Ryan's interview, which is officially in the books. I heard that when it ended, Rex Ryan got up and said, let's go get a goddamn snack. Your thoughts?
I heard Rex Ryan stood up, was pantsless the whole time, showing his ass, and just like he's been doing for the last 6 weeks.
Oh, yeah. You know what time it is. You tried to throw him away, but this man's coming back. Sometimes he's fat or thin. That waistband makes him slim. He's got the fix you need. They call him sexy, Rexy.
Fuck Gruden, he's no Jet. I'm here to crack some skulls. I'll turn these boys to men. This team is stacked with pros. Hire me, you won't break your purse. I'm here to break the curse. They call me sexy, Rexy. Fuck all you naysayers.
Ooh, sexy. Ooh, he's sexy, Rexy, sexy. Ooh, he's sexy, Rexy, sexy. Ooh, he's sexy, Rexy, sexy. Ooh, he's sexy, Rexy.
The interview has happened, Will, and I'll tell you what. If Rex got in the room, I believe he has a chance. He is in the room. He had the interview. And while I don't think he's ultimately going to get the job, if I had to say yay or nay, the fact that he got the interview, we have to take him as a serious candidate because, one, the team has been dog crap since he's been gone. Two, half the fan base, if not more, would be on board. Three, him and Woody Johnson have remained close, and Rex knows exactly what to say to try and get this job. So I don't think he's going to get it, Will, but I don't think it's as crazy as some saying there's no way they'd hire him. No, there definitely is a way. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, there's a way he gets hired. I wouldn't hire him, but there is certainly a way he gets hired. I think it would take getting turned down by an Aaron Glenn, a Brian Flores, a Mike Vrabel. Look, Rex is extremely charismatic. He interviewed today with an owner who is beloved by, a head of business operations side of things, who he's beloved by, a general manager he worked with for a long time. It's easy to see why he would impress, right? Like there's all the charisma, and there's people forget the end with Rex. Everyone focuses on the first 2 years, his first 2.5 years. So all of that's, he wants the job. He's the best guy. He's got a little Trump in him with the way he's going to build the best staff we've ever seen, and all these different things. So it is certainly interesting. this is my thing, Jake, and I keep saying this, and I really feel strongly about this. If Rex gets hired, it's not like if they hire a really good GM to make Rex a good hire, it would take them hiring a really good GM candidate and probably a really good offensive coordinator or offensive staff. Not that any other candidate wouldn't be that way, but I think you wouldn't feel confident this would work unless they got GM and all the offensive side of the ball, right? Because otherwise it'll be kind of like what it was at the end there with Idzik and Rex. But if they get a Mike Borgonzi, right? Let's just use it as an example. I don't think he's bringing Rex with him. He's bringing Mike Vrabel. He's bringing Brian Flores. He's bringing Aaron Glenn, one of those type of coaches. So that's where I struggle, Jake. It feels like the time to have hired Rex passed last offseason, potentially, right? We talk a lot about Mike Vrabel, but hey, they could have fired Saleh and given Rex the 1 year boost in the arm, type of situation, or even mid-year when they fired Saleh. I know Rex is a serious candidate, probably more serious than I think I would like to admit. But I don't know, man. I don't. Are we even the defensive side of the football, which we would assume would be good scheme-wise, that defense in 2024, 2025 it's still going to be quite as effective. Sauce is a great player. Is anyone Darrelle Revis? So I don't know. I have my reservations, but I do think he probably interviewed quite well, and I'm sure he has a ton of momentum.
I'm sure he crushed the interview. It's just a matter of, do the Jets want to go back, right? Is that, Woody gave the quote to Brian Costello in the New York Post that they're having this transformative process to find the next coach and GM. Can you call your process transformative if you bring back a guy who was your head coach for 6 years? Like, that's not transformative to me. So, and you're right. What GM would hire Rex? I don't know. I mean, honestly, the only GM I could think of that would hire Rex is the guy who's technically the GM right now, Phil Savage, because there was overlap between the two of them in their careers. Rex has referenced him in previous radio spots, how much respect he has for Phil, thinking he's a really good personnel guy. Phil's actually the guy that found Bart Scott as a UDFA way back in the day, for some perspective there. So, look, I don't think Rex is going to get the job, but he's a real candidate. Anyone trying to dismiss it, you probably shouldn't, because Rex knows exactly what to say to the guy who ultimately is going to sign off on who he wants his coach to be.
Yeah, no, I'm 100% agree. I think, look, Rex is going to interview well. He's going to be really charismatic and fun, and in these different radio hits, the one he did with you, where he kind of broke the news that he was going to be interviewing, and in other places, obviously. And I guess the one other thing is, like, nobody else is really has talked to Rex about a head coaching job in basically a decade now. And I just have my concerns, man. I just do. Like, I think it's a fun story. If he was going to come in and be the DC, maybe it's a different story. But again, do I think he's got a shot? Sure. Of course he's got a shot, right? But if I was Woody Johnson, that's not where my attention. He'd be maybe down the list. I don't know, man. I just don't. I hated the answer yesterday about what's his staff going to look like. Not saying he has to give us names, but it sounded like he had no idea who his staff was going to be.
I couldn't believe that. I'm like, how do you not have an idea? Because, like,
man.
Dude, I have been someone more open to Rex, because I said I want to hear him out. I want to hear what his ideas would be for his coaching staff. But he lost me personally as someone who's a huge Rex guy and was more open to it than most, because he basically said he didn't have any idea of his staff yet. And I'm not saying, as you said, he's got to tell us every name, but dude, you got to have some idea. I was backing Rex from the standpoint his son is on the Lions offensive staff. I figured he probably would know a name or two on that staff that would make a lot of sense that he could take with him. But you can't tell me Seth Ryan's going to be the OC.
Yeah, Seth Ryan, Rob Ryan, and Rex is not exactly inspiring hope in the fan base.
No.
Maybe it would. I don't know. Maybe people feel differently, but I just, from a practical football perspective, I have serious questions.
It'd be like a Jet fan civil war if they hired Rex.
Yeah, be the Darnold versus Zach people all over again.
If you're watching live right now, we're talking with Will Parkinson. We're going to break down the latest reports on the GM and head coach search. On our first show today, we had raffle number 10 that we will continue to do all month long. This dates back to last month. For every membership you gift, you get a raffle ticket with your name on it for a chance to win prizes. This next prize we're doing for our 11th raffle is a Jets full-sized helmet. So not a mini helmet that we gave away earlier. Full-sized helmet. Cost a pretty buck, but that's okay. The Asmaniacs are worth it. If you want a chance to win, become a channel member or gift a membership like David did, like Michael did, and you'll be entered in our next raffle, which we'll probably do at some point next week. We'll do one a week at this rate. So appreciate everyone for the support. Gift a membership or become a member or have a $20 super chat or more to get your name added to the list for our next prize. Will, as far as some of the other interview requests that have been made, some of the other interviews that have actually taken place, you brought up Mike Borgonzi. He's going to speak with the Jets tomorrow. He's the Kansas City Chiefs assistant GM. Of the names of like first timers, GM wise, he to me is the most intriguing name. And we do know this now too. The Jets are no longer the only team that has a GM opening. Tennessee fired their GM, Ron Carthon, earlier. So let's kind of just talk about where things stand with some of the requests that are out there and some of the things happening around the league that maybe do impact the Jets.
Yeah. So I think the Jets are in a good spot to get a really strong GM candidate. Now, they gotta get it right, obviously, but they're in a really good spot. Like the Titans have the first overall pick for sure. That's awesome, right? It's a pretty bad draft to have the first pick in terms of a quarterback, but it's Cam Ward-Shedeur have every chance, I guess, to succeed, and you can do that whole thing. The Titans also have a president of football operations that has final say over the 53-man roster. The GM reports to him, and you have to have a coach in waiting. Well, you have a coach already there in Brian Callahan, who I don't necessarily think is not a good coach. It's just you're on a different timeline. You're in an arranged marriage. There's a lot of negatives, right? Nashville's a beautiful city, but that only goes so far. Living in Miami is great, and Nashville and all those places are great, but you lose football games, you're going to get fired. I'm sure Antonio Pierce liked living in Vegas. He was gone in the basically 12 months. So the Titans opening is a solid one because of the first overall pick, but it's other than that, there's not really much to me that's very appealing. The Jets are a really interesting opening. Obviously, Borgonzi is the one to me that is very intriguing for a few different reasons. Obviously, a guy who he's turned down interviews quite often the last couple of years. He's a guy who has been a hot candidate for a long time, turns interviews down. Coach at Amherst, Mike Tannenbaum, obviously a UMass connection there, has strong connections with Vrabel. He interned with the Patriots when Brian Flores was there. He also coached at BC and worked in the scouting side of things at BC. Brian Flores is a Boston College guy. Obviously, the Matt Nagy connection is one that's, excuse me, Matt Nagy's, not necessarily the most exciting candidate, but there's obviously a connection there. Borgonzi would be a really interesting hire. Again, scouting guy, has worked on the operations side, has worked obviously in scouting for a long time. Everything you hear about him is awesome. Again, you probably do that with most candidates, right? Oh, this guy's great. This guy's great. But yeah, he's a guy who would certainly would certainly be at the top of my list. There's been a bunch of names. I would say there's really 3 or 4 on the head coaching and GM side that really stand out to me in terms of what I mean? They've interviewed, they've requested a lot of people. That doesn't necessarily, I would say, mean they're all the best people. I don't know, Jake. Were you in Houston when Gain was there?
I was. Yep.
There's a lot to like about his background. Been successful in multiple organizations. Bills, obviously was with the Jets in the Parcells era as a scout. Played in the NFL. Played for the Jets. New York, New Jersey guy. So there's a lot to like there. It's a little murky with kind of how he was let go in Houston for that 1 year, but I don't know. That's a name that I kind of was like, oh, okay, interesting. Of the other ones, Hallaby with the Eagles is one that obviously stands out, but I'm always a little weary. The Jets just went down the Eagles route, and when you work for such a good GM, sometimes it's unclear how much you get to do. And then Mike Greenberg's another one, obviously. John Eric Sullivan as well.
That was
Green
today.
Bay.
They requested him.
That was today. That was extremely interesting to me. I'm very intrigued by that. He is credited as being the Jordan Love guy that found Jordan Love. So, Sullivan, Borgonzi. Again, Mike Greenberg's been talked about plenty, but those couple of guys are ones that at least and Gain are guys that I would be like, wow, if the Jets were able to pull out one of those, you're feeling probably pretty good about who they're going to get as head coach and the future of this organization.
Hit the like button if you're tuning in. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. That's No Ghost has gifted a channel membership. John FL has gifted a channel membership. Appreciate both of you. If you got a membership, make sure you thank everyone who's paid it forward for you. Will, before we get back to the Jets, this is kind of Jet related because
I know where you're going.
I everyone knows if you watch this show that Mike Vrabel has been my number one. Patriots fired Gerard Mayo. Okay, well, they got to complete the Rooney Rule before they even hire a coach. And if this was any other team in the league, the reaction nationally would be a whole heck of a lot different than what I'm seeing so far online. So the Patriots today interviewed two candidates to be their head coach, Pep Hamilton and Byron Leftwich. Neither have any chance of getting any NFL head coaching job. Both feel like total tokens of the Rooney Rule, so New England can officially hire Mike Vrabel on Thursday when they have him in for an interview. Like, I'm sorry if the Jets pulled this, fired a black coach after 1 year, after that guy was anointed to replace Belichick, and then yanked the rug out of him after 1 year, and then brought in two black guys as the token interviews. What do you think the reaction would be across the league? But no, New England does it. Oh, Robert Kraft, he can't do anything wrong. Let him go get a hand job, for crying out loud. And I don't hear anyone having the same outrage if this was the Jets that was doing something like this.
Yeah, it's pretty shameless.
They put them on the same graphic. They couldn't even
that-
separate the graphic for the two guys. This is like the Rooney Rule. It's like the intention, like is obviously a good intentioned rule, but it's total BS if New England's going to trade it like this. Oh, let's just throw the two black guys on the same graphic so we can pretend like we actually had a real search.
Yeah, it sucks. I think that I talked about this on my show, and I truly believe this. I think Mike Vrabel's the best candidate on the market, right? And I think he likely should be the Patriots coach. All that said, they have not done a full coaching search, Jake, since the mid-90s. They haven't, and that's a blessing, and that's amazing. But in what world would you not take this opportunity? Vrabel's probably going to take the job anyways, but like, in what world are you? Why not at least speak to other people, real legit candidates? There's plenty of really qualified minority candidates. Byron Leftwich is going to go from a coordinator who no one wanted to also he's going to be your head coach after being out of football for 2 years. Like, it's obvious, like they're literally spitting on people's faces or pissing on people's faces and telling them it's raining. Like, that's literally what's going on here. So
they probably had to pay those guys to even take the interview under the table in the first place.
Yeah, they're like, hey, we'll take the interview because hopefully it gets people's attention. Maybe we'll get it, a coordinator, interview and things like that. I am very still curious to see what happens with Ben Johnson because he is going to interview for the Patriots. He's only going to interview in two spots, New England and Chicago. That confirmed as of so far. I mean, he might take Jacksonville. We'll see. But most Patriots fans I know that watch my show they want Ben Johnson because they have the young quarterback. They want to have an offensive coach and do all these different things. So I don't know, and we'll see tomorrow, right? Like, hey, Mike Borgonzi might crush the interview, and the Jets say, hey, we want to proceed and move forward. Who do you want to bring as your coach? And he might. Maybe he's got familiar with Vrabel. The Raiders are now in play for Vrabel. That was a spot that everyone kind of thought. So, there's something wrong with the way the Patriots
This is such bush league. I'm sorry. You're putting the two token black candidates on the same graphic. This is egregious. If Woody Johnson, have some shame, New England, Robert Kraft. Like, if the Jets did this, and look, I understand the Jets have been a joke and everyone hates Woody, whatever. But give me a break, man. Woody Johnson had Todd Bowles for 4 years as his head coach. Herm Edwards was the coach here for what Herm have. Herm was here for 5 seasons as the coach. Robert Saleh was a minority candidate. He got 3 losing seasons plus the start of this year. Give me a break, man. If Woody Johnson did this, people would be talking about how racist he is, how wrong it is. But Robert Kraft does it. No one bats an eye. We got all the national reporters carrying the water for Robert Kraft and the Patriots organization, even though they have been a joke since the best quarterback ever left and then immediately won a Super Bowl without the Patriot way and all that fakakta BS that goes with it. I hate New England. I despise them, and I hate it even more today than ever before.
Yeah, it's just frustrating. It's extremely frustrating. It's kind of just clown behavior, to be honest. And it's honestly it's it's kind of insulting to everyone's intelligence that you think like you're being sly about this. But we'll see if it gets talked about by the talking heads on these debate shows that love to just crush Aaron Rodgers and all these different people and the Jets. Been pretty quiet. I haven't heard too many people on the Mayo front. We'll see. Mayo probably should have been fired. He was horrible. But it's been a little quiet. That's all I'll say. It's been a little quiet.
I mean, I remember when the Texans fired back-to-back black head coaches after their first season.
Back to black.
And then guess what? They hired DeMeco Ryans, and the rest is history. But remember, Cal McNair was a huge racist. What are you doing? How he should be forced to sell. No one says a damn thing when it's Robert Kraft. Funny how that works.
The guy wants to be in the Hall of Fame so bad, and he just can't get out of his own way.
It's unreal. All right. We've gone too long without mentioning the name Aaron Rodgers and talking about his future, Will. Now we have a 17-game sample size to base it off of. Woody Johnson said the other day to Brian Costello that he will leave the decision to the next regime, which
the way it should be.
Which is the right answer to say. Hopefully he's being truthful with those comments there. But your thoughts on Rodgers, if you were predicting the future, is Aaron Rodgers on the Jets week 1 next year?
No. I think he's either the Steelers quarterback, the Giants quarterback, maybe the Niners if something goes awry, or he's retired. It's not that I don't think Aaron Rodgers can still play. It's not that I think he's like the biggest cancer of all time and all these different things. I just think the new regime is going to probably want to eat the money now. I think there's a good chance Rodgers retires. I think there's a lot of things there that I think he likes to know that he could still do it. But, he got really banged up this year. And I know he made it through 17 weeks, but he played through a lot of pain. So I'm not even saying it's the best for the Jets that he retires, but it just feels like writing's been on the wall for a little bit now that he's distanced himself with some things. He's hinted at, the getting cut thing, the Garrett stuff is frustrating to say the least, overall. So yeah, it's a shame it's only going to last one full season in terms of games played, and it's a shame the way the year went, but it feels like it's probably went out on a high, but it's probably over.
Sucks. The whole thing just sucks.
No, it sucks. It's horrible. It's super frustrating, but just being realistic, that's likely what's going to occur.
If you're watching live right now, hit the like button. Gia chimes in. Rex Ryan reminds me of Beastbreaker 666. Thank you, Gia. Dean writes in, thoughts on the Jets trading for Kevin O'Connell?
So I don't know who put out the poll. I think it was Play Like a Jet or something like that. Put out a poll. Would you trade the first round pick for Kevin O'Connell? 21% of Jets fans said no. I would trade 2 first round picks. I might even trade 3. He's a top 5 coach in the league. He's an elite developer of talent at the quarterback position. The Jets have not had that, and I don't even know if they've ever had it, frankly. Well,
they had Adam Gase. I mean,
yeah, that's true.
He was
They
Kyle
had Adam
Shanahan
Gase.
before.
So yeah,
Kyle Shanahan.
Kevin O'Connell's going nowhere.
And Jet fans are clueless. I mean, they're dopes. They don't know anything. This is a really good hire. Gase is a great coach. Okay, Adam Gase is Kyle Shanahan before Kyle Shanahan. Gase is a great coach.
We had Gase.
I'm just looking at no, I listen, man, I'm not saying O'Connell's not going anywhere. It's his agent. He's 1 year left in his deal. His agent's basically saying, pay me, buddy. But it wouldn't hurt to call. It doesn't hurt to call. The Raiders are going to probably trade Max Crosby. Again, it doesn't hurt to call. You know what I mean? Like, you're probably going to get told no, but yeah, he's an extremely talented coach, and the Jets would be so lucky to have their next hire be, a Kevin O'Connell-like player. I mean, like coach. I apologize.
Aaron with a super chat. Rooney Rule got to go. Happy ending Kraft is BS.
Yeah, I'm not going to go down the whole Rooney Rule thing, but yeah, sometimes it ends up backfiring, and you kind of get people that get kind of run through. Like Deuce Staley for like 5 straight years interviewed for head coaching jobs. He's never been a coordinator, and it was just like, hey, let's just drag Deuce Staley through the mud. Yeah,
come on down.
You play in the NFL, people know your name like that. It's brutal.
I mean, let's be real. Bieniemy was the token Rooney Rule candidate for a while too. It was like, how can he get a job? He gets interviews every year. No one's ever going to hire him, but it's like you throw him out there because he fulfills the 2 minority requirement that the Rooney
it sucks,
Rule is.
man. Look, it sucks, man. Louis Riddick even that's probably what his interview was for. Hey, we work together at ESPN, and we can fulfill the Rooney Rule. That's just the reality of, unfortunately, what happens. But yeah, it's look, there's a good chance the Jets end up, hiring a minority candidate, and maybe potentially in Glenn, Flores, et cetera. So we'll see. But the Jets have had.
They always hire minority candidates. That's the way people can never say that the Jets don't hire minority candidates. There's a narrative with the Giants.
3 of the last 5, 3 of the last 6.
Yeah. And also, what's the narrative with the Giants? Oh, they would never draft a black quarterback. That's like a real thing people talk about with the Giants. Well, meanwhile, the Jets have had a black quarterback.
Not to have Geno Smith start.
Dude, they had the Jets had a part Mexican quarterback they drafted 5th overall in Sanchez. They had obviously tons of minority head coaches. So I mean, that's one thing you can't knock the Jets for. PBM writes in, thoughts on Josh McCown being the head coach and not the OC.
I mean, I'm open to the idea. I mentioned it on my pod like 6 weeks ago. I think he's more slated for a coordinator role, but look, he almost got the Houston job 4 years ago, and he had no coaching experience at that point.
That was a real thing. They came very close. If
Brian
Flores didn't sue them in the league, Josh McCown would have been the head coach. Instead, they pivoted, and then they went to Lovey that offseason.
Yeah, so, no, I mean, I'm open to it. If he dominates and you could talk somebody into it and he had a veteran DC assistant head coach, potentially, but I think he's probably more slated for an offensive coordinator. I think right now, if I had to put my money on something, Borgonzi, Flores, McCown as a trio with Dennis Allen potentially on that defensive staff and Rizzi as the special teams coordinator, maybe where I'd plant my flag as of January 7th.
It's a pretty good staff.
It'd be a home run. The staff would be significantly better than what they had.
Former head coaches, experience. I mean, you got like the chance to maybe find the next bright offensive play caller in McCown. Can we trade for JJ McCarthy as well?
Not unless he cuts that hair. We're not having a little Zach Wilson repeat here. We're gonna clean it up, JJ, and we're gonna lift a little bit. We're gonna improve the knee. But yeah, no, look, I'm open to the JJ thing. But it just seems like there was a lot of we all kind of crafted up an idea that they would move on. It looks like they're gonna just honestly keep both.
We'll see what happens in the playoffs for them, right? I think maybe part of their thinking is, well, how far can they now go with Darnold?
How far can they push this thing before they have to make a decision?
Yeah, 100%. That's definitely a big part of all this. If you're watching live right now, hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. It's good to see the chat be filled with Asmaniacs. There's almost 650 of you in here right now. We're back, baby. This is the time to shine. The off season of all off seasons. And ladies and gentlemen, before we get to some of your calls and we get into some of your super chats, I want to remind everyone about the Perfect Gene because they are today's presenting sponsor.
Trust me, you'll never go back to your Levi's after you try these. The Perfect Gene is known for its unique denim fabric that stretches for comfort when you're on the go.
I want to feel comfortable in my jeans. The Perfect Gene provides a size for everyone.
You can literally choose the color, style, and size. It doesn't get any easier than buying these jeans.
Do yourself a favor and stop wasting money on jeans that you'll stop wearing after one wash. Get the Perfect Gene.
I got mine right here. I'm not going to put them on for all of you because that will take way too long and no one wants to watch that. But I can tell you they are great jeans. They're comfortable. I love them. Get yours. theperfectgene.nyc/Asman15 so you'll save 15%. All different sizes, colors, patterns. Many of you probably haven't gotten jeans in a long time. Let's be real. I'm giving you a good reason to get some. The Perfect Gene. They support me, so you guys should support them. Asman15 for 15% off at theperfectgene.nyc. Let's bring Will Pa back on the show right now as we get into some of your calls as well as some of your super chats. Any questions related to the New York Jets search, write it in, and we will bring it up on the screen. This one is from NY Jets Florida, who says, will Glenn get other suitors if the Lions win the Super Bowl? The Jets better hurry if they are interested.
Yeah, it feels like he's going to be the Jets the Jets or the Saints coach come opening day. That's kind of where all the tea leaves kind of keep leaning towards Saints and Saints and Jets.
I like Aaron Glenn, Will. I just it's not his fault, but defensive guy, never been a head coach. There's solid vibes there. It just feels like we've done this how many times?
Although I did see a video of him cursing in a meeting, and he didn't sound like he was trying to sound like a tough guy. He just letting it rip, and I was like, all right, I'm at least 5% more interested just because like you don't sound like you're like you sound legit. You don't sound like you're being fake.
So you like the idea of Aaron Glenn?
Yeah, I'm not opposed to it. I would again. I'd need to see like any of the. It goes with anybody, but you just have to see the full picture. Like Glenn on his own, maybe not. I think the scheme would work here. Getting Sauce and Michael Carter and these guys and playing a ton of man would be fun.
I like the staff you laid out. So
Yeah.
if he has that type of staff, I still would prefer Flores over Aaron Glenn, though. I would.
Just Flores is a little bit more of an asshole. I think Glenn. They need someone to like shape up. Glenn would be a more fun story just in terms of like former Jet, first round pick, and the whole thing. And he was here through that to turn around. That said, Flores is a guy who's from the New York area as well. So both those guys, I think, at least have potential to be pretty decent candidates, for this Jets job.
Real quick, Bino writes in, Saleh interviewing for the Jags head coaching job.
Dude, man.
I saw that story earlier. It broke during my first stream today with the great Robbie Sabo. Your thoughts on Bob Saleh potentially getting another chance at being a head coach?
Robert Saleh, Trent Baalke. The hate watch would be phenomenal. I will say that much.
So you're not giving Saleh a good chance, giving him a great shot at getting this one.
No, I think he does have a shot. I just think
really?
it'd be obscene for them to do it.
What's more likely, Rex is the Jet coach or Saleh is the Jaguars coach?
Ooh. I would say they're pretty even, and that's not a good thing on either front. I don't think either fan base would be thrilled with, retread Rex. Or,
See, I don't think there's any Jaguar fan that would like Saleh. I think it's 50-50.
There's a section of the fan base that would be happy about Rex. You're right.
I think it's 50-50, dude. I think there's a lot more Rex people out there. Go look at the tweet. And look, Twitter and Instagram's not the end-all, be-all for everything. But I know, like, Joe Beningo was like, Rex. He wants Rex. You go on Instagram, you read the comment section. It's every fan saying, bring back Rex, hire him. Same thing on Twitter. People who love Rex, and I get it. I love Rex, too. He's just not in my top 3 right now. He's not.
No, I'm not. If Saleh gets the job, under Baalke, there's a good chance Saleh might be one and done. You know what I mean? Like I could see it being, but the Khans love him. Our mutual friend Mia tweeted, who covers the Jaguars, tweeted like the Khans feel like he was the one that got away. So if that's the case,
Saleh was the one who got away.
That's her tweet. It said that Saleh was the one who got away. Unless I'm misquoting it, it was an interesting. I was like floored at that tweet. I have to be honest with you.
That's interesting. B-Man, I see your tweet. Your tweet. I see your super chat. We'll get to it later when the show goes off the rails. I can't deal with it right now. John with a super chat. Why not interview Gruden? If you take a look at his coaching tree, it's insane. Guys like Shanahan, Tomlin, and McVay, he would shift the culture. I will say this, Will, and I even tweeted this. The Jets have basically requested interviews with anyone who's ever held a clipboard, it has felt like. I am shocked that John Gruden is not at least getting an interview. If you're going to interview Rex and Ron Rivera, tell me why John Gruden. Too. Well, and not just the Jets. No one's requested Gruden. There was the story that came out from Tom Pelissero that teams are doing work into Gruden. Give the guy a chance, man. My God, John Gruden should definitely get an interview.
I would at least interview him. See what he has to say. He's a smart offensive mind. He's a guy who's won a Super Bowl. Again, you don't have to hire these guys. Just you're interviewing them. I don't see the harm in at least bring him in for an interview. And I don't think optically they've interviewed Rex now. It's not like you're some clown show for interviewing John Gruden.
Pete Carroll as well. I would like to see them talk to Pete.
I would at least like to see them request it. Unless they have gotten back channel word that he wouldn't take the interview. I would at least to see. Again, I don't mind. They're casting a wide net. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, they should talk to as many people as possible. But when we're requesting Darren Rizzi and Brian Greasy, why not talk to two guys out there who have won Super Bowl rings that have expressed interest in coaching?
Yeah. I'm not sure Pete would be interested, but there's at least a chance. Again, why not try?
Yeah, when they say no, okay, you move on. It is what it is.
It is what it is. I don't think there's no harm in that to me, at least.
Rat Diddy checks in. What's up, Rat? Over under on Flores blitzes on Tua in the first matchup.
Over 100%. If you can go to 150%, that dude is gonna have hate in his heart.
Oh, that'd be great. I kind of want Flores for part of the reason why I want Flores.
Yeah, his hatred of
he hates Miami, hates Tua. He's a Brooklyn guy. He has experience. He learned under Tomlin for a year. He's been under KOC the last 2 years. Like Brian Flores, if they can't get Rabel, which given the Patriots bullshit today with the Rooney Rule stuff, I feel like it's not going to happen. I want Flores.
Yeah, I'm down with it, man. I'm good with it.
25 says interview Gruden. He might take a coordinator job.
I don't know if he's going to take a coordinator job, but again, it's worth an interview.
100%. 25, your replica Super Bowl ring has been sent out to you, my man. It should be there tomorrow or Thursday. I was told at the UPS store. Congrats on winning the raffle earlier. For those tuning in late, our next raffle prize is not a mini helmet, but a full-size New York Jet helmet. So gift the membership if you want your name added to the random name wheel, and you'll have a chance to win. Check out the first show today if you want to watch back our latest raffle, which was the 10th raffle we have done since December 1st. So thank you to the Asmaniacs for your support. Man with a rake checks in. What's wrong with Kingsbury? We need to pretend. Here. Okay. You've heard he doesn't want the job?
I don't think this is the right market for him. I think he's going to be very selective. He's still getting paid by Arizona. The Jets don't have a quarterback in place. He's got the Caleb connections in Chicago. I just don't think it's happening.
Dano says, Jake, how many memberships are you doing before drawing? As many as we can get between now and next Tuesday or Wednesday, Dano. I don't want to cap it because sometimes the show just goes crazy. People go nuts, which I love, and it's a lot of fun with all the bounties and stuff. So basically, we're on a one per week raffle schedule. So gift away, baby, if you want in. We'll have other prizes too, but that's the main prize. Hit the like button, comments, questions, super chats. Will, you ready for some phone calls here?
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, to the Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline we go.
If you go to gusbuster.com, you could purchase the best umbrella in the universe. And you could use the promo code Jake, so you'll get 15% off on any of your umbrellas.
Doug is on the couch, and he starts us off. Hello, Douglas.
Well, I agree with you on the head coaching front. I think
there we go.
Flores, McCown, or Aaron Glenn at this point, because with the whole Patriots BS, which no one's ever going to call them out, like you said it, Jake, it's so stupid. So stupid. I know I said I was going to spread positivity this month, but never to the Patriots. F the Patriots. They can burn in hell for all I care. That's
Amen.
I love that.
Everything else is positive. But I want Flores. Flores is a guy who will be no BS. I want a guy who has head coaching experience because you've seen it in the last few years. The guys who are getting their second chance in head coaching, it seems to be working a lot. The perfect example right now would be Washington. Look at Dan Quinn in his second try. You learn, you go back in a few years, being a coordinator again, and you just like, okay, here's what I did wrong. You really take a step back. And then you get the Josh McCown thing. He played here. People like him. He did well here. I think Josh McCown as the OC with Flores as the DC is a good thing. I just saw someone thought Joe Brady would be my third guy after Glenn and Flores if we're going to go the new route. But I think Brian Flores is going to be the guy. And then you can be like, you know what, F the Patriots, especially F the Dolphins, and just go hating on everyone else in the division. Might as well try Gerard Mayo on the staff if you want to go full hate. Just
yeah.
Might as well just say F the rest of the AFC East. We want blood.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. You were spitting right there. I was just sitting there in awe listening, honestly.
Thank you. Yeah. It's like,
let's go.
It's like it's crazy. I think now
truth bomb being dropped by the great Doug on the couch.
Boom.
I think his floors are best.
Dude, I don't know if you guys are Costco guys. If you're not into the Costco guys shtick, but like
I'm a Beast Breaker guy.
But like, did you see the video that someone super chatted them and they were like, "Hey, sorry your brother died. We got to give him 5 big booms." And I was like, "Dude, there's no way." They're like, "Sorry about your brother." Boom, boom. And I was like, "This is the craziest thing I've ever watched in my life."
That was crazy. But yeah, no. Go get Flores and then just hate the rest of the NFL. Go on a hate tour. That's the way to do it. Positive vibes for the Asmaniacs, but hate tour for the Jets and the rest of the NFL. Yeah. That's the way to get back into things.
There'd be no leaks in that building, let me tell you.
No, there would not. And I feel like so many less stories because, like, who are you going to hate? Like, you can't. And then again, you said it too, Jake. We do another minority hire. The Jets. You can't say we don't hire minorities if we go hire Flores. So,
I mean, Flores did not Vrabel's my number one. So I hope they hire Flores.
I thought Vrabel. I heard some Patriots fans they'd prefer Flores over Vrabel, honestly. So, I'm all for Flores at this point.
I'll tell you what, Doug, you make some good points. I know what I need right now. Beast Breaker, All right. You got to give Will Parkinson a couple booms. All right. He needs it. Give it to us, Beast. Here we go.
Boom, boom, wham, cram, bam.
Yeah. Good job, Beast. We'll come back to you later in the show. Will, your first Beast Breaker experience. I wanted to break you in. Dun-dun-dun. Nice and slow. Your thoughts.
Boom.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Dano has gifted a channel membership. He's in on the raffle.
Free stuff.
Let's go. More of your calls right now. We say hello to Purple Clown Mike. Hello, Mike.
Yo. Can a DC can Aaron Glenn leave the Lions to be our DC? Or that doesn't work out like that? You can't do that.
They would have to
approve it. That's like when Jeff Ulbrich was requested to go to Shanahan staff. And the Jets
the Giants blocked Mike Kafka last year to make a lateral move, but you can request it. It's not unheard of.
Gotcha. I was just wondering if maybe Rex was the head coach, if he was able to bring Aaron Glenn as a DC if he didn't get a head coaching job. If that was a realistic possibility, or if it's not.
To me, Aaron Glenn's going to probably get a strike here while the iron's hot. If he gets offered one job, maybe it's multiple. I don't know. It feels like with DCs, like you look at Lou Anarumo, man. Like 3 years ago or 2 years ago, everyone thought he was going to take that Cardinals job, and he didn't. He was turned down interviews, and now he's fired because they lost talent on defense. So if I was Aaron Glenn, I wouldn't waste my opportunity here. But yeah, I mean, maybe look, if things change over in Detroit and Ben Johnson leaves and Aaron Glenn's like, hey, can I get a promotion to assistant head coach and a salary bump? And they say no for whatever reason. And the Jets are like, hey, we'll make you this title and we'll pay you this much more money. Maybe they're open to it. It feels like he's probably going to stay either as a DC in Detroit or a head coach elsewhere.
My dream scenario, I've always had Vrabel number one, but the more and more I look into Josh McCown, I think he's the next Kevin O'Connell. So
honestly, I don't think you're crazy. I don't know. I just don't know if it's just I don't know. I can't tell. Are the Jets the team to do it? I guess maybe they have to, it's at some point.
And he's been around so many teams. I think he's been a part of 10 organizations or 11 organizations. I can't remember the number, but he's got so much experience and he's seen so many teams and he knows what it should and should not look like.
I like McCown. I wish he had been a coordinator though. He's never been a coordinator yet. That's the concern. It's I don't know if he's ready to be a head coach just yet.
Did we interview him for head coach or we requested it?
Well, they requested him and they will speak with him for head coach. But I truly believe that interview is more so, hey, if we hire a Brian Flores, would you be interested in being on his staff? They want to vet some of the candidates there.
Got it. All right, gents. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, sir.
Mike, thank you. Comments, questions, super chats for Will Pa and I. This one is from Coleman, pronounced Kevin. Okay, Kevin. I can't wait for Brick Johnson to pick our new GM and head coach.
Let's get Brick up.
Will, your thoughts on a teenager having involvement in the GM and coach search?
Oh, man. As long as they're not they don't need to be in the room right now. Let's just say it that way.
You don't give out. The good news is you don't give out game balls during GM and coach searches.
Yeah. I'm going to plead the fifth on this one. Let's just hope it's Mike T and Rick have some influence here over Woody, not his kids. For this situation, it's probably best.
Excellent question from the Lane Train. How do you feel about the Jets?
I feel hopeful and cynical all at the same time. That's what the offseason is.
Wild Wave writes in, smart answer, Will.
Wow. A compliment from the chat. Look at that.
Paul says, I'm totally in for Flores. I think Flores is most Jet fans' number 2 if Vrabel's gone. I think Rex is up there with people. How come they haven't requested a Liam Cohen yet?
I have no idea. Liam Cohen was my number 2 going into the.
They requested Greenberg for GM, but not Cohen.
I know. Well, I was shocked, and Cohen, I think to the Jags feels like where I feel like that ends up. Creative mind, but they don't get rid of Bulky. So, yeah, I'd like to see them kind of request Cohen here. There's time. They requested a bunch of people today that they didn't yesterday. So there's time, but that was definitely my one disappointment, I think, so far is not requesting Cohen.
Gio wants Bobby Woodruff as head coach. Any thoughts?
Maybe we should put Brick and Jack in charge.
Now, I don't know if you heard this or you saw the show yesterday, but Bobby Midnight is applying for a job at Burger King. Unfortunately, he's not on the line right now. He's a little under the weather, so feel better, Bob. But your thoughts on Bobby Midnight's candidacy to work at his local Burger King in Vermont?
Hire, give the man a job, or that job. No Cohen due to anti-Semitism. Nice.
Is he Jewish? I don't even know if Liam Cohen's Jewish. He
I don't
spells
even know
it Coen. It's not like the typical.
It's just
I don't know. Gator says Will Pod greater than Rex Pod.
Well, I'll take it. I'll take it, man.
Andrew says, I love seeing guys on here that aren't prepared for the show. What do you mean? You don't think Will can answer the question? Nick Shine for GM? Also, why no Ray Agnew? It's actually a good question by Dano. How come he hasn't gotten any requests?
I know. I think Ray's in an interesting spot. He's an older scout at this point. Sometimes guys are just viewed as like Rand Carthon. People viewed as a number 2. They didn't view as a GM, and I don't know why the Titans hired him. So that happens from time to time. Maybe people around the league view Ray Agnew as an elite scout, elite evaluator of talent, but maybe he isn't the overarching guy. It's like some guys are coordinators, some guys are really good at scouting, some guys are really good cap people, and maybe Agnew is just a really awesome scout that's not a GM.
Just talk to him. I don't get it.
Yeah, no, I get that. He was on my list of guys they should talk to, so I'd like to see it. But again, maybe that's their thinking is, hey, he hasn't done it before, and and that is now the time to do it. There's, like I said, I would do it, but it seems like that might not be on the cards. Although we got GM candidates today, so we could get some tomorrow as well.
Yeah, they're still going through it. John writes in Green Bean for GM.
Greenberg, maybe. Green Bean is really good at what he does now. Let's let him keep doing that.
Lane wants to know who makes the Super Bowl in February.
Ooh. I'm gonna go. I'll go Lions, Bills, but I want to see. I don't know. I don't want to see that, but I think that's where we might be headed. No, Lions. I'll go Lions, Ravens. I hope we see Vikings. Vikings, Ravens would be fun. I could see that being a cool uniform matchup as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching live right now, you're watching a show unlike any other show where we're talking about the Jets and the latest on the GM and coach search. Hit the like button. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We are seeking more channel members for your chance to win a New York Jets full-sized helmet. So want to make sure we spread the word on that. We also have an Aaron Rodgers jersey, and I'm throwing this into the mix. The throwback 1965 Joe Namath Topps card when he first entered the league here. 1965. It's so old that on the back, it talks about Joe completed 18 passes for 255 yards in the 65 Orange Bowl. So if you want a piece of history, we will send it to you, which is pretty cool. So that's one of the prizes for our next raffle. Gio wants to know, why isn't Monken gotten a head coaching interview? I mean, he was a finalist last time, or not last time, but the Gase year. Monken was a serious candidate. How come, to your knowledge, Will, we're not hearing more about Todd Monken?
Again, maybe it's potentially someone that is people maybe view best as a coordinator. But secondly, I think that he was the runner-up in 2019, and I think that there's belief that maybe he wouldn't take the Jets job after kind of not bad blood in the sense of like people treated him wrong. It's just that I think people assume that maybe after kind of not getting the job and losing out to Gase that, he wouldn't, reconsider. I think similar with Arthur Smith. We'll see if he takes the interview. But he he was a runner-up in 2021 and then passed in the Jets this offseason. I have a hard time believing he's all of a sudden going to be interested in the Jets job. And honestly, please stay away. I have no interest in Arthur Smith here.
Yep, I'm with you too. Will, I know you got to run. Appreciate your time, man.
We will do a nice. I'll be on time. Nice hour plus next week. We'll be ready to roll.
Ladies and gentlemen, Will Pa 11. Turn on the Jets, Badlands. Check out Will's podcast there. Does a good job talking all things New York Jets. Spencer Green with a super chat. My dumbass did it again. I just renewed my season tickets. Please find a coach and GM. Help them, Jake. Help them. They don't listen to me. If the Jets actually listened to me, we would have been a playoff team 2 years ago because I would have had a backup quarterback signed the day after Aaron Rodgers went down 4 plays in. Greg Zuerlein would have been cut earlier this year. Adam Gase never would have been hired. Mike McCarthy would have been the head coach during that hiring cycle, which, yeah, I guess we could debate just whether or not how much better off the Jets would have been, but he would have been Gase. Would not have been Gase. They don't listen to me, though. I mean, I try. You know, what do I know? I'm a Jet fan. All right? I don't make good decisions. Morning Woody writes in, Lane Train was just a year off about the two-way player. We have a quarterback and receiver coming out of college. Not only that, Travis Hunter could be the first pick of the draft. The Lane Train was ahead of his time. Earlier on the show today, there was a lot of drama. You had V-Man going head-to-head with Hector. They argued. They screamed. It was in Spanish, so I really didn't understand like 80% of it. But I do have a super chat here from V-Man. For those who don't know what Hector was saying earlier, he said, I wasn't Puerto Rican because I wasn't born in Puerto Rico. If he believes that, then he believes Irish and Italian Americans aren't Irish and Italians because they weren't born there. For more on this story, we bring on right now the king of Puerto Rico himself.
It's time for V-Man to talk about Puerto Rico and his Puerto Rican roots.
Hey, Jake, what's up?
Hello, V-Man. Are we wearing matching sweatshirts?
No, I got
I
got the
logo.
Yeah. Yeah, no. So, yeah, no. So that's what I'm getting from what he was essentially saying, from what I could understand what he was saying. Now, he can come out and clarify himself if he wants to. That's up to him. That's his opinion. If he wants to believe that, then let him believe that. I'm not going to waste my time anymore with it. I'm going to just ignore it and move on.
Hector writes in, that bum is so fake, you didn't know what I said to him.
Like most third-generation Hispanic Americans don't speak Spanish, right, Hector? I'm just saying, like, literally, I'm third. I classify. If we're to classify Puerto Rico as its own thing, it's going to be I would be classified as a third generation. So, yeah, most third generations don't speak Spanish. It's a perfectly normal thing. I wish I could.
Writes in, Hector crushed V-Man so bad he changed his name to Vincenzo and identifies as a pure-blooded Italian.
No, I don't. That is also closer to my grandfather's name than it is my name.
I see.
But look, that's what he's saying. And look, and if Hector wants to clarify that on the record, he is free to clarify that. But look, I'm not going to bother with him. I don't care. If he wants to think that, he can think that. I could care less.
Super chat from Rat Titty. Woody Neighbor came on the show when he promised. 100% Rat. Hall of Fame ceremony right there. As Beningo. He was to my left when I said it to him. Woody said he'd come on the show. Never did. So I don't care about that. I just want you to get these hires right, Woody. That's it.
Yeah, so
25 writes in. Seems V-Man studied his Spanish round 2.
No, I don't want. Look. I will just hang up if he brings up something. I'm just gonna hang up because I don't want to waste my time with him. I'm not gonna waste my.
Who? 25 or Hector?
Hector. I don't want to waste my time with him. I'm gonna just ignore him because that's what I'm gonna do from now on. Because I don't, like I said, I think that mindset is a very backwards mindset. Like, wants to harass me. Like, look. And some of the stuff I was talking about.
Real quick, let me address this comment here from Rico the Pup. He says, Jake just loves stirring the pot, LOL. Continue, V-Man.
Nothing wrong with Rico. I like Rico. But stuff I was talking about. Just, like, not my fault my family left in the 40s. Operation Bootstrap was a program to industrialize Puerto Rico, turn from an agrarian culture to an industrialize one, and it just caused a lot of outward migration. So that's what I was talking about there. Not my fault that my family was forced to leave. And I don't speak Spanish. I'm guessing Hector probably came. What, Hector? What did you come at, Hector, after Maria? Like, so let's just talk about football. So, well, I'm not going to.
Is Hector your daddy?
Unless he's an Italian Spaniard who was born in Venezuela, no. In Caracas, no.
Kyle writes in, Jake, do you have a casting call for some of these callers, or do they just find you? B-Man, how did you first find this show? Give us your backstory.
Let's see how I found this show. I probably found you that they probably through one of the other Jets YouTubers. Maybe you're doing a collab at the time with someone. I don't remember which one it was. Could have been any of them, but obviously I started out like a lot of people. Started out with Ian on Jets Central. Then, you branch out to the other Jets content creators. Start out with Let's. Then I went to Let's Talk, and then did a little bit with Ryan at Jets Talk 24/7. O'Leary, checked out with Green Bean, and I just made my way here.
I see. So to be clear, I did not have a casting call for you to start tuning into the show.
No.
All right. Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah, but no, it's like, look, I don't want to be on here with Hector. I do not want anything to do with him. If you bring him on with me, I will just shut it off because I don't want to waste my time with someone like
that. Rick Kent says V-Man seems to be shaken.
I'm not shaking. I'm not going to deal with somebody who's telling me telling me how I should identify. Like, that I want to identify as telling me that I can't identify as Puerto Rican because I wasn't born there. Like, Joaquin Phoenix was born in Puerto Rico. Is he Puerto Rican?
I don't know. Is he?
No. He just happened to be born there. His parents just happened to be passing through, and he just got born there.
Ian writes in, why is there so much hate on the show? We're all Jet fans. I agree. We need people like V-Man and Beastbreaker to unite us.
Like, look, let's just talk about football and just don't bring up any more of Hector's chats because I don't want to see him while I'm on here because he's just annoying. Because I just find
Rick Kent says, I'm a longtime V-Man supporter. I'm shocked to see him like this. Viva V-Man.
Thanks, Rick. But, so what's the latest news? So is there any leaks from the Rex report, from the Rex interview?
The only thing I heard was when he got up and left, he said, let's go get a goddamn snack.
So you were talking about any new candidates or anything like that?
He also walked into the room and this started playing.
Oh, yeah. You know what time it is. You tried to throw him away, but this man's coming back. Sometimes he's fat or thin. That waistband makes him slim. He's got the fix you need. They call him sexy. Rexy.
Fuck Gruden, he's no Jet. I'm here to crack some skulls. I'll turn these boys to men. This team is stacked with pros. Hire me, you won't break your purse. I'm here to break the curse. They call me sexy. Rexy. Fuck all you naysayers.
Ooh, sexy. Ooh, he's sexy, Rexy, sexy. Ooh, he's sexy, Rexy, sexy. Ooh, he's sexy, Rexy, sexy. Ooh, he's sexy, Rexy.
So I'll know people are sick of that video when everyone on hold stops laughing every time I play it. That will be the sign to stop.
I don't know if
Let's see all the smiles on hold from everyone. I'm laughing too. I love it. Any interview today, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, so see, so I heard you were talking about I was listening to you while I was walking my dog, so I was hearing about the Patriots and how. So what's up with what was that? What were you guys talking about? I couldn't hear very well because my dogs were making too much noise.
Well, I'll tell you what, V-Man. Here's the best way to figure out what I was saying, right? There's this thing called the rewind button. You go back to the beginning of the show, and you'll get everything you need to know.
That's the end of this V-Man call. Time for him to get back to pooping.
Ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button, or I'll play the Rex video again, Chad. I see your comments. Billy is up next. What's up, Billy?
Hey, what's going on, Jake? I have two points I want to make quick. I do believe Rex will get hired. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that. That's what I believe.
I think he got a chance. I do.
I think a good OC. Now you let me know what you think. I'd rather have Gruden as an OC because he's an offensive mind. I don't see him as a head coach. To me, he's not tough enough. But Frank Wright. What do you think about Frank Wright as OC?
So you think Frank Reich as OC, Rex as head coach?
Yes.
I don't hate it. I don't know. I don't know. Something about Frank Reich kind of rubs me the wrong way.
Right. But what we went through the last, 4 years? Come on. I mean, I'd rather take that over anything we went through. I mean, it just
look, you could do a lot worse than that. I agree. I don't know. I don't love Reich as the OC at this point. I really want someone younger. Like I want to try and find like the next Ben Johnson type of thing, the next like Liam Cohen, who's the young offensive guy from some of these staffs that you could promote. I like McCown a lot in that role. I think McCown would be awesome as an OC if we're going to try something like that.
Well, I do want to say let's all stay positive. I love you guys, Maniacs. I love the show. It's all a lot of fun. I don't hate nobody. I just pick on Beast Breaker. I got no beef with the guy. I just think he's a funny dude. I mean, it's just.
I think he makes some salient points.
Yeah, no, he does. He does, but he reminds me of the old wrestlers. Like, George Animal Steel. He bites the turnbuckle and all that. It's funny to me. So
let me ask
I got no beef with the guy.
You guys had to go out for dinner, all right? Just the two of you. Do you think you'd get along by the end of the dinner?
I'll get along with anybody, Jake. I mean, unless they get out of their ass. I mean, that's a different story about them. But besides that, I'm cool. I'm cool with everybody, man. I love everybody.
I feel you.
All right, man. I'll see you around. Thanks for the call, bud. I'll see you
Billy,
later.
I appreciate it. Good stuff there from Billy. We got a super chat here from Arthur who checks in. What's up, Jake? Any news on how Rex's interview went today? I hope he gets the job. I mean, I made the joke earlier about him saying that let's go get a goddamn snack. There's been no leaks, which I'm surprised. I'm sure it's going to come out later how great it was. Both sides thought it went well. We'll get that. We will definitely get that. Take that stuff with a grain of salt. I'm sure Rex interviewed well, though. I do believe he did. He's Rex Ryan. He gets in the room. He's going to make you like him. We all love Rex. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us on the Gusbuster Umbrella hotline right now is someone that, without question, you have an opinion on. You might love him. You might hate him. But I'm arguing you damn well need him. Beast Breaker is up next. What's up, Beast?
Good evening, everybody. Frank Wright? Really? That guy is goofy. I mean, we've played him before.
Beast, your internet, man. I couldn't hear you. It was choppy, and I don't know what was going on at the beginning of the call. Beast, get me some good internet. Call back, Beast. Tom Ace writes in, thank God for bad Wi-Fi. Andrew says, holy belly. Dano just writes, whoa. DD just writes, whoa. Wild Way, damn. Dixon, Beast. Gator, where's my Beast intro video I've requested? I have the whole video, but we don't have the intro. Nixie says belly is causing internet blockage. I don't know about that. Let's try again, see if we can hear the Beast a little better this time. Hold on. John says, Jake, you missed my super from the beginning of the show. John, maybe I did. Hold on. I don't see it. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Sorry, John. You're right. 4th or 5th round flyer on Will Levis. No, thank you. I'm out on Levis. I don't think he's good. Anyway, let's see if we can get the Beast ready to roll here. Beast, what's up? Do you hear us?
Well, all right, we got you clear. We got you clear. Frank Wright? Are you serious? I would take Aaron Glenn, put him in defense department. Since he's doing so well, let's put him there. Rex Ryan, I like this guy. Rex has bought balls of steel. If we don't get Mike, we'll be all right. But I'm going to tell you right here, next season, we're going to actually do good. I think we will be okay. And that guy that was just on, out to dinner, I don't know about that one, man. That's ooh.
Wait a second, Beast. You couldn't sit down with Billy M, have, a couple cocktails and have a nice steak and chop it up?
I don't drink, seriously, because when my daughter had the baby, I mean, her and her husband just, they had a baby a couple of years ago. I made my commitment loud and clear that time to move on from that to being a grandfather. So, but the thing is, I want my family to be just like me. New York style, New York all the way. And we're all Jet guys here because I want to pass that torch to my daughter. So when my time comes, I want to pass the torch. But this time,
do you have a daughter? I'm trying to.
Yes,
I'm trying to. So,
yes,
are
I
you
do.
married, Beast?
No, I'm not. I'm going through a lot of crazy shit right now because a lot of shit's happening right now. The world's a mess. But I'm not gonna talk about that. Let's focus.
How old is your daughter?
Right here
Hold on. I want to get to know the Beast here. How old is your daughter?
She's 21. She's about to be 22 in a couple more days.
How old are you? You got a daughter that's gonna be 22?
I'm 40. I'm 40, my friend.
Wow, you look good, Beast. You look good.
I've been through a lot. As champion, you gotta put your pedal to the metal of the rubber on the road. And always remember, lunchtime is crunch time, and that's what we need from our boys. When it's time, and when preseason starts, you leave your bullshit in the back, get your ass on the field, and you know what? If you get injured, okay, take him off the field, get him iced. You'll get that big 100-pound bag of ice. Let his foot soak in that shit, and I don't care. We'll wrap you up, but if it's that bad, we'll get you off the field and off to the hospital. And here's the deal: 2 to 3 weeks, you're not to be on your feet. You're going to lay in bed and you're going to rest, and that is a direct order. No, I'm serious, Jake. This is the time where the men need to learn. Common sense is right here, right fucking here. In the goddamn brain. We need to tell our boys, if you want to be here, here's the goddamn deal. Here's the deal. You want to earn your paycheck, you're going to have, when you come here, you're going to have to earn your paycheck. You're not getting it sitting on your dead ass. That's going to work here. Is that understood?
Now, Beast, let me ask you something. A couple questions are coming in. So you're 40 years old. I'm going to need you to give us, I'm a man, I'm 40 immediately.
I'm a man and I'm 40 and I've been through a lot. So I'm not going to listen to this bullshit of, oh, I'm injured. Bullshit. I'll tell you what you can do. We're going to wrap your foot up. But here's the deal. If it's that bad, you're going to get off the field. You're going to go to the hospital and you're going to stay off your feet for 2 to 3 weeks. And I'm going to tell you right now, when you come back, we're going to get you a boot, and we're not going to have you injured and banged up all silly. We're going to do the thing right. And no, I do not drink. Thank you very much, David D. You need your ears cleaned out. You ever hear of this? You ever hear of a Q-tip? Clean it out once in a while, you moron. Richard Kent, get out of here, you jamoke. You're a dummy. You're a big dummy. Spelled D-U-M-M-Y. Dummy. Now back to football. This is what I want right now. First game of the season, when the regular season starts. None of this bullshit of, oh, I don't know what we're here for. We're not going to have that. We're not going to repeat that shit. No, not this time. We're not going to have Saleh. We're not going to have Douglas. We're not going to have Gacy. We're not going to have the past. Forget it. The past is dead. The present and the future is now. And now is the time. Now is the time to get up, stand up, get on your goddamn horse, and fucking ride. Because if you don't want to be here, tell us, and we'll give you your pink slip. But here's the deal. You're going to get a small check, but it ain't going to be like the regular amount. We're going to give you a small, at least 10%. That's the way it goes.
What are your thoughts on the speculation that you're a big fan of McFlurry's?
Who the hell is McFlurry's? Explain that one.
You order it at McDonald's. It's a very popular item.
I'm sorry, I don't eat it. I don't eat it GMO garbage. I don't eat that shit, Mr. Tommy's. You need a re-examination. Get out of here. Here's your pink slip. Get back in the line like everybody else, you joke. Next question, please.
Do you pay the light bill?
How
come you're always in the dark?
Excuse me. What kind of stupid question is that? What stupid question is that? Are you gonna talk football? Or are you gonna blow smoke up my ass? Answer the question and get it correct. Don't give me bullshit, okay?
Jay writes in, Jake, spare us, please. 10 memberships, and this call ends immediately, as all bounties are on the show. Beast understands it happened earlier. You know, he's a capitalist like I am, so 10 memberships, and you got your wish, Jay.
You know, I'm getting sick and tired of these crybabies coming out there throwing me bullshit. I'm not here for the bullshit. I'm here to get it down to the facts. And
What's
no,
the
I don't
deal?
eat. Hey, 25. Listen up, dickhead. I may like chicken, but I'm not here to talk food. I'm here to talk business, and business is usual. Now get your head out of your big ass and learn to listen. And don't worry about my goddamn internet bill. I'm fine with it, okay? You vatos, get this correct and learn to listen.
Ladies and gentlemen, sports fans of all ages, welcome to the event of the year, the moment you've all been waiting for. This is the Asmaniac Rumble.
Hey, Mr. Fazul, I got something for you. I got some meatballs. You want some meatballs? You got some meatballs. What's the matter? Yes, sir.
I got a
get the F out of here. Are you okay, Mr. Fazul?
Headache. Hey. If it's gabagool, hey, like I tell everybody, hey, go get me a gabagool, extra salami, extra cheese, mayo, and lettuce on it, and extra cheese, and no mustard. No
Listen
mustard.
to the elders. Hold on. I'm older than you. Just hold on. I want you to say the jet chant with me. Come on. You want to bring the power? Let's do it. Do the jet chant. Let's go. Come on. 1, 2. Come on. What's the matter?
Come on, Jay. Come on, E. Come on, E. Come on.
Jets. Come on. You prick with this. Listen. You got to do it right. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3. Come on.
Judge. And look at this right here. What does this say right here? That's right there, baby.
Now. Come on. Yeah, hold on. Wait, I got to tell you something. Just hold on 1 second. Hold on. I'm trying to make a show here for all of us. Now listen. Do the Hulkamania mania thing. What you gonna do when the Jets come after you? Come on, say it.
All right, boys. This season, I'm gonna say it right now. What are you gonna do when Jets Mania runs wild on you? Ah!
You know, thinking is overrated.
That was incredible. Well done, Billy. I mean, we'll give you a producer credit for today's show. Unreal. Billy, I'm entering you. I'm going to gift the membership right now, and it's going to go for the next raffle, but it's going to be your membership. All right? Well done. You got the most out of Beast there. I thought that was tremendous. Hit the like button, comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. Tremendous job by both parties involved there. Wrong Verb wrote in, I was a Beast fan before it was popular. Look, I told you guys from day one, I think the man makes some salient points. Jojo with a super chat. If we hire Flores, is Mike Pettin coming with them? He's on the Minnesota staff. I don't know. I don't know what Flores' staff is going to look like. I don't think anyone has truly reported on that. If you bring Mike Pettin back, I wouldn't hate it. I mean, I don't know to do what specifically. I'm gifting a membership right now, though. Stand by. I will work on that. Hold on. I got quite the surprise for all of you on the line right now. It's a guy that is synonymous with what this show is all about. He also, if you caught yesterday's stream, was the #1 ranked Asmaniac by the committee in the month of December. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up.
You'll never get my chicken soup recipe. I'm not saying that Glowski takes steroids. I need some of it. Hey, Charles! Who is that lovely lady? Send it this way, Charles!
There he is.
Hey, Jake, how are you?
What's up, Charles? How are you?
Good. I spent the day with my grandmother. She's doing well. Her birthday's next Wednesday, so
Grandma Joe.
yes, she'll be 99 next week. Along, my brother will be 33. So we're counting down our days. We spent time with her. She's doing really good. She was happy to see us. Anyway,
You should
I
have
was
called
on
into the
Ricky.
show with her. I would love to talk to her.
I would have, but we left early because we didn't want to take too much of her time. Anyways,
Are you growing the beard, Charles? The beard looks extra neck beardy today.
I'm gonna shave it eventually. So
All right.
anyway, no to Rex Ryan. That's what I wanted to call in today. No to Rex Ryan.
Why?
I was gonna tell you, I was on Richie's stream, and a lot of Jet fans, one of them backed me. No, I think. Look, I understand why because the first 2 years, yes, they were successful. But I started to think about it even more. I think a lot of times I felt we did it in spite of him. I mean, with the team was previously built from the past two regimes, the Herman Edwards and Eric Mangini regime. And, I
Not
think
all of it.
I didn't say all of it, but some of it, but some of the team was built from the past two regimes.
Sure. But they still had to add a lot to it. They still had to add Braylon Edwards and Santonio Holmes and Jason Taylor and Jim Leonard and Bart Scott and Marcus Douglas and all these guys. Keep going.
Yeah, I know. I understand that completely. Rodney Poole, who I really wasn't crazy about. Antonio Cromartie, who's a good player, although he needs to stop making kids with random women.
What's wrong with that? Are you anti-sex?
I'm not anti-sex, but
sounds like you're anti-sex.
I'm not anti-sex.
Well, it doesn't sound like you're pro-sex.
I'm pro-sex, but it needs to be under control.
Hey, congrats on the sex.
I would say it is under control. I don't think he did anything wrong. He has a lot of kids. So what?
With multiple women.
I don't know if that's true. I don't remember.
Hey, congrats on the sex.
Anyway, no to Rex. I would love Rabel or Flores. Flores, is my number one pick. Rex,
Johnny
I know
Boy writes in, sex is awesome. Your thoughts?
I know Johnny Boy, even though I'm a virgin. Yes, I know sex is awesome.
Oh, hey now. You don't need to disclose private information like that.
I'm sorry, but you thought I was sleeping with somebody's mother, and that's not true. So
well, I mean, it could be a big cover up, but I'll play along. I'll believe you, Charles. Sure. Mike says my parents made love twice. Any comments on that?
That's good to know, Mike. That's good to know, man.
Ian wants to know what is under control sex. You did reference under control sex. Is that a thing?
Well, responsibly. I think a lot of times we do things irresponsibly.
Mother F and Chew says, Jake, do you find it disturbing that a lot of your viewers still live with their moms? I don't actually, because if you look at my demographic, many are in that 18 to 24 range, and a lot of people at that age.
I'm 30 and I still live with my parents.
See? Dixon wants me to put you on with the Beast. Your thoughts on that?
I wouldn't mind it as long as he's okay with me.
Congrats to Knob. He writes in that he's having sex right now, Charles.
Congratulations, Knob.
Hey, congrats on the sex.
That's awesome. I'm happy to be the soundtrack of his love life right now. Your thoughts?
That's fine.
Also, did you say you were 30 or 39?
I'm 30. I was born September 10th, 1994. Anyway, my top two head coaching options are Flores and Rabel right now. I wouldn't be against Aaron Glenn, but as I said, he'll be a first-year head coach. Obviously, the Giants are keeping Dable. The Browns, for now, are keeping Stefanski.
They are.
The Raiders fired Antonio Pierce. I'm very surprised about that.
Arthur says, trying to subscribe. Don't know if I did already. Well, did you hit the subscribe button on the right-hand side, Arthur? Then you'll know.
But no to Rex because, I'm not saying
he writes in 9/10/94, the Charles Gorman era begins.
Yes, Nuke you. Anyway, I I was a fan of Rex in his first 2 years, but after a while, I felt he showed his true colors to me when I'm not saying he deliberately did this, but when the team got weaker under his watch, and he did very little about it. I felt. I mean, I wasn't crazy about Mike Tannenbaum. Obviously, John Idzik and Mike McCagnon were not very good GMs either. And Joe Douglas, he tried, but he wasn't very good. But, it is what it is, man. I just, right now, I know Beast is very passionate. He wants things the Jets are going to do great things next year. And I appreciate his passion. I appreciate his enthusiasm. But I'm one of those Jet fans. I'm not necessarily pessimistic.
Rick writes in, would Charles break his celibacy for Margot Robbie?
She's married.
I mean, just because he's a goalie doesn't mean you can't score. You haven't heard that phrase?
I'm not big on adultery.
I see. I'm not saying I am either. I'm just saying.
I love Margot Robbie. She's a good actress and a very beautiful woman.
Okay, why don't we do this hypothetical here in a world where she is single?
I wouldn't mind dating her, but would you take a chance on me? Guy who's unemployed.
I don't know, Charles. You look like a sex magnet to me, to be honest with you.
Charles needs to meet Bobby's babysitter. I think Bobby's too old for a babysitter.
I think his babysitter from back in the day.
Oh.
Oh, wow. Look at this. Rat Diddy is enjoying this call so much, Charles, that he has gifted 5 channel memberships.
Hey, congrats on the sex.
The following 5 people are now members, and Rat, your name will be entered for our next big raffle. Keep the change, whatever, Wizard. Logan Tomaszewski, Brutix, and Matthew Savage. Excellent.
20. Mark, Paul, Asman, Sydney Sweeney. She's a beautiful woman too. I think she's engaged. She is a very attractive woman. I know she did that god awful Madam Web movie. I know she did the one movie she did with Glenn Powell. Anyone But You. I heard it was a good movie, but
I did see that movie. If you want my thoughts on it,
what'd you think of it?
I thought it was fine. Nothing special. Nice little rom-com that passed the time on a flight I was on.
That's good. I'll probably check it out probably sometime in the future.
Okay.
But I know she is a very beautiful woman. I wouldn't mind her as another Marvel character or DC character, in fact, but who the hell knows?
Big.
Would you give it up for Princess Leia? I think she, in her prime, yes. Now, no.
Well, right now she's not alive, I don't believe. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, Catherine Fisher passed away, which really sucks. Sucks we lost a lot of beloved legends in our pop culture.
Some of these I can't read. Gio wants to know, do you find me pretty?
Sure. But I'm not interested.
I see. Ian writes in, if this guy's not the number 1 overall seed, I give up. Your thoughts on the chat wanting to basically have you be not just a 1 seed in March, but the number 1 overall seed in the tournament, which means, in theory, you would have the easiest path to the Final Four.
It is what it is, man. I'm not going to lose sleep if I'm not. I'm not going to lose sleep over it.
Your thoughts on Joy Taylor joining the MCU?
Joy Taylor? Isn't she going through That's Jason Taylor's sister, correct?
Yeah, I don't know much about Joy other than her dad. Her brother was a hell of a pass rusher.
He's a Hall of Fame pass rusher. He's in the Hall of Fame. Joy Taylor, she's an attractive woman, but I mean, she will probably sleep her way through the MCU, considering how she slept her way through Fox. So no, I would take a pass on Joy Taylor.
Really?
Yeah, there are rumors going around that she slept with a lot of cast members on the Fox network, which I think is crazy.
So if Joy Taylor was like, Charles, you're the one, you would say no?
I don't do hoes.
Whoa. First off, these are allegations. Let's be clear here.
I know they're allegations, but I wouldn't be surprised if they were true.
So Joy Taylor said, Charles, drop your pants right now. You'd be like, nope.
Nope.
Wow.
You gotta earn it. You got to earn it, baby.
I get it. Look, Charles, you're a tough cookie. I did gift a membership, by the way, and that membership went to listener Mark Pioli. So, Mark, congratulations. You are officially a channel member. This is in honor of Billy. Billy, your name will be entered into the raffle for your quote-unquote producing credit earlier in the show. Last chance to get a question for Charles here, the number one ranked caller in the month of December. Dixon is basically interpreting your statement the wrong way, I think, here. Would you like to clarify?
What is it? I'm sorry. I'm reading the comments.
I see.
I know some people say a lot of interesting things in the comment. That's why I read the comments sometimes.
M. Morris says, Charles ain't no simp.
I've simped for people before. Shit happens.
Tommy says, Charles is a family man. Would you consider yourself a family man?
I try my best to be one.
Charles, if I put your face on a shirt that said, I don't do hoes, would you buy it?
You want to market the line I just said a while ago, I don't do hoes?
Well, a couple things. One, you said it about 2 minutes ago. And two, yes.
That's what I meant.
I think this would be a big seller in the merch store. We'll send you a shirt for free. But I'm just curious, would you personally buy a shirt that said, I don't do hoes with you on it?
How about just this quote, I don't do hoes without my face on it?
No, but it's only funny coming from you.
Fine, do it with my face on it.
All right.
That'll make you feel better.
You know what? I was having a rough day. I haven't felt this good in 10 years.
Look, Jake, we all had a rough season. It stunk. I know. We haven't had, to me, a legit coach since Bill Parcells. You know, what's funny? I say that I didn't dislike Todd Bowles, but at the same time, I didn't think he was in a good position to be successful either. I mean, don't get me wrong, he had his faults, i.e., being able to come up with adjustments during and during the game and even after halftime. But at the same time, you know, after 2015, he was given a piss poor roster.
Dave writes in, Charles will only lose his virginity with another virgin or wait till marriage.
Charles will either lose his virginity to another virgin or wait till marriage. That's most likely true.
Jojo writes in, Charles always puts us in a better mood.
I appreciate that.
Andrew wants your thoughts on strippers.
Strippers are different. I know Nick teases me one day about the day that he'll take me to a strip club, but our strip clubs can be pretty dirty too sometimes, but I have nothing against strippers.
MC says, I don't do hoes is a winning slogan.
I wouldn't call it a winning slogan, but it's a good slogan.
Kyle Clifton checks in. He says, no Rex. He has no role in the Nagy squared admin. Matt Nagy, head coach. Jim Nagy, GM. Gorman, your thoughts?
I'm not a big Matt Nagy fan. Once he took over from Eric Bieniemy, the offense in Kansas City wasn't as good as it was under Eric Bieniemy. I remember people were really trashing Eric Bieniemy, yet the offense under him was pretty damn good. Yet when Matt Nagy took over, the offense wasn't as good. So no to Matt Nagy and no to Jim Nagy.
Jersey Jet writes in, this is what I mean when I said Charles acts like he was born in the 50s.
I was raised by old school parents and grandparents.
Let's see. A couple of these I cannot read on the air.
Why? Let me see.
Tiffany says Charles should become a monk. Your thoughts?
I'm not going to become a monk.
Gio wants to know your thoughts on Bobby Midnight potentially making Whoppers at Burger King.
I have no problem with that.
I think the question is, how do you think he'll do as a fry cook?
That is true.
Andrew Yale writes in, strippers are different. Great t-shirt. I think you've given us 2 slogans for shirts today.
Jay Lepshelter said I have a black and white TV. No, I don't actually. Here's my TV. It's not black and white.
What's on the wall? Give us a tour.
Oh shit! Hold on. You guys see the TV?
Hold on, we'll go full screen here. Yeah, we got a little lamp.
You guys see the TV now? It's not black and white, is it?
It's weird. It looks like it is black and white. Are you sure?
It's not black and white. Hold on.
I only see the color black and the color white.
Let me turn off the light. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm reading the comments in the chat. Everyone's saying it looks black and white.
It's not black and white to me.
What year is that TV from? 68?
No, I got it a few years ago.
Come on.
It's Hisense.
That TV looks like it was in my great grandpa's living room during Super Bowl III.
It's not black and white. I have played Marvel Rivals Purple Belt, Mike, but Beastbreaker said in the chat, I got a big boy TV, JVCD Series 1993. That's awesome.
I think you and Beastbreaker have a lot in common.
Somewhat.
A couple super chats here. Big fella suggests that the next meetup has to be at a strip club for you, Charles. So I last saw you in person when we got you to come to the training camp meetup. I think we got to plan our next meetup with you, Charles. What are your thoughts on the strip club for the next Charles Gorman outing? Were you listening to a word I was just saying?
Yeah, I know. We met up at a Mexican place, and now we want to see if we met up at a strip club. If you want to do that, Jake, it's got to be close by.
All right. Have you been to a strip club?
No, never have been.
Oh, okay.
Always wanted to go to one.
All right. Noted. Well, there's a guy by the name of Nick Shine that lives right by you that probably could help you. David checks in. Charles is milking this cow. You're holding the tall T-shirt you demand.
I don't know what the hell he means by that.
To be honest with you, I don't know either. But David, thank you for the super chat. 25 wants to know, does Charles have the black and white setting on his phone? Yeah, a lot of people are saying you're in black and white today.
Maybe because it's on my phone. My TV's not black and white. It is in color, though. And Rick Can has it that's an X-Men screensaver. No, I'm playing Marvel Alliance 2 on my Xbox One. I do have Marvel Rivals, but it's on my PlayStation 5.
Jojo wants to know, Charles, what's for dinner?
I had a late lunch. I had a oven gold turkey sandwich with American cheese from the sandwich station.
Sounds delicious. Now, do you think that you're going to have dinner at some point today, or we're just...
I had a late lunch, so I'm going to afraid no.
So one meal, and that's it. You're going to be able to make
I
it
had
through the night?
breakfast.
What'd you have for breakfast?
Something light. Like a waffle.
My prediction is you're going to be hungry in about an hour and a half.
Probably not, but we'll see.
Do you have any snacks prepared in case you do get hungry?
Yeah, I got pretzels.
All right. So you think the pretzels could get you through to the next day? I said, do you think the pretzels could get you through to the next day?
Probably.
Okay. Andrew says, I absolutely love this show. I appreciate that,
Thank you.
Andrew. Oscar says, Charles is single-handedly bringing us up to the 6%. Your thoughts on the fact that many women reach out and both publicly and privately write very nice things about your looks, Charles, and that seemingly has boosted our female
Well,
demographic.
at least they're legitimately interested because I've been getting spam from dating websites that I never logged into.
Are you on any of the dating apps, Charles?
No, I'm not.
We should get you on Hinge. We'll come up with your prompts. The
I'll
Asmaniacs
pass
will help
on
you
that.
out.
Thank you. I prefer to meet in person. I'm not a dating app person.
So you just don't no dating. I just went to. I've been to. I would say half the weddings I have been to over the last 2 years have been from couples that met on a dating app. And you're anti the
I
dating
mean,
app,
that's
Charles?
fine. That's fine, but you got to be careful who's out there.
I agree, but it's a good way to kind of get you on some dates, meet some people, get the process
Yeah,
rolling.
but the people in the spam wanted to have sex with me without knowing who the hell I am.
Yes, but the dating app is not that. I don't know what app you're on or what spam this
It's been
is.
spam. It's been some BS websites. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, this would be different. I don't know if you are familiar with what Hinge is or like Bumble or any of the other apps. You're famous enough. You'll probably be on Raya, so maybe we start there.
I'm just an old school guy, Jake. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm an old school guy. I've seen a lot of beautiful women. I've actually had nice conversation with women. It is what it is, man. I'm an old school guy.
Brian wants me to set you and Gia together.
I'm not interested in Gia. I know she fully transitioned to a woman, but I'm not interested.
I didn't know that.
What?
I said I didn't know that about Gia.
She said it on Nick's show.
She called in?
No, but she said it in the stream chat.
Oh.
In the chat on Nick's show.
Big fella wants to know what's going on with the Jake Charles collab. Well, you and I were emailing about potential dates, so we're going to set this up in the near future. Charles?
Yes.
Your thoughts on the big fella's comment here?
I would love to do that. The co-hosting event that you want to do, and then maybe a collab on my channel. Obviously, you said you're busy this week. I'll let you know probably this weekend.
I'm excited. Rat Diddy writes in, I need Charles as my wingman.
Okay. I'm not an expert on women, but whatever.
I see. I think this is all an act. I know what
It's not an act, dude. I have been single past going on for 3 years now. My last relationship did not end very well. Wasn't very good. I liked the girl, but the mother was a pain in the ass.
Aren't they all?
Mother was not a nice person. She kept bitching, complaining about her ex-husband too many damn times, especially in front of my mom.
The worst. Anyway, this comment here is from David, who says, Charles milking this cow, you are holding the tail.
David, you're disgusting. Seriously.
I really don't know what his comment means, to be honest.
I think he means my genitalia.
You're milking this cow. I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about. Anyway, Charles, there's a guy on hold that I want you to meet. Ladies and gentlemen, the Beast. Beast Breaker, meet Charles Gorman.
Ah, Mr. Charles Gorman. I like you, big fella, but yeah, you got a lot of good key points, but don't worry, we're all on the same boat. I understand how dating is nowadays. It's, in the words of my good friends, the Dudley Boys, it's all ass backwards nowadays. It's completely backwards. It's like, did you ever watch the movie The Exorcist?
I'm not into horror, so no. But I've heard about it.
I've seen it. It's very freaky and very not my type. And I'm not into crazy shit myself. I'm not into that. I'm into Repossessed. If you don't remember the movie with Leslie Nielsen, Ned Beatty, and Linda Blair.
I'm not into horror, so
That's not a horror movie, my friend. It's not a horror movie, my friend. It's a comedy movie. It's one of the funniest movies you're ever going to laugh at. And there's no doubt about it.
Would either of you join my guy Rat Diddy out in the Arizona area at a singles bar with him?
No drinking for me. I'll take a water, thank you, and a game of billiards.
All right, some water. What about you, Charles?
A root beer would be great.
All right, so here's what we do, Rad. You get a cocktail. Charles will get the root beer. Our guy Beast will drink some water, and you guys will hit the town.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine with me. As long as we're all wearing our Jets hat and jersey, that's fine with me.
I love
What
it.
picture is that behind you, Beastbreaker? I'm serious. Is that like a picture of some kind?
Oh, let's see. I got Super Mario. What is it? Super Mario Kart that I own. Super Mario Brothers 3. Hey, I'm a Mario guy. Let me just say this. And ESPN old school Sunday night NFL. Do you remember that game?
I've never played it, but I heard it was better than the Madden games.
ESPN Sunday Night NFL was one of the greatest games that they put out on Sega CD. It's very, very technical. And I'll tell you, I'm a video game guy myself, but I'm old school. And let me just say, from a character standpoint, I own over the top systems in the world today. Old school Atari, NES, SNES, all three Segas, a 64, PlayStation 1. You can't go wrong there. You can't go wrong there.
As for Super Mario Brothers 3, that was the first and only Mario game I ever played growing up. I played it on my Game Boy Advance SP, and I loved the hell out of it. Even my mom got a crack out of it when she see me watch me play it. It was funny. Did you see the Super Mario Brothers movie back in 2023? I loved it.
I was not surprised of it. I have the 1993 version with Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo in it with Dennis Hopper. That right there, that's a classic. But the new one, I was not too crazy with that one. That was a little 25. I'm not going to give you a tour of the real studio, my friend. So, buddy, here's your pink slip. Get the hell out of here, you moron.
I
What
did
a
get
moron.
this. Richard writes in, I did 10 push-ups today because of Beastbreaker. Beast, you're inspiring people to get in shape. What does that mean to you?
I mean, if you're serious about getting into football and you're wanting to train, you better put your ass to the test because when the Jets season starts, you better bring everything you got from the odd house to the penthouse. Because if you want to make it here, here's the deal: you're not gonna get a check sitting on your ass doing nothing. Oh no. And Gia, no, you do. I'm not Rex Ryan. Thank you very much, sweetheart. I am my own boss and I'm my own man. I may shave, I may do other things, I may work on my hair, but when it comes down to getting down and dirty, hey, we're gonna, in the words of the great Dusty Rhodes, we're gonna get funky like a monkey, and when we get down, we get down. Is that enough that I say there?
That's good to know. I haven't seen the live-action Mario movie, but I may check it out. I heard a lot of bad things about it, though.
But let me also say this too. I'm a toy collector. I'm a video game guy. I got top of the line music. I top of the line movies, and I also own some of the greatest stuff across the world. And you're not gonna find half this stuff. I mean, half the stuff that I own now is rare. You're not gonna find it here, not in America. Some of it you can find, but if you're lucky, and I'm talking 25% lucky, let's see if you got it. Okay. Let's really go through it.
Hey guys, I want to show you something. Guys, wait. Hey Gorman, I understand you're into Spider-Man stuff, right? But I'm gonna show you my Superman collection. I'm gonna show you my Superman collection.
Amazing. That's amazing, man.
This one here is from Japan. It's actually from Japan, 1993 piece. I got some Spider-Mans over here. This one here, the Scarlet Spider, actually is hard to find now. You won't find it no more. This one here, this is 1993. This is the first Spider-Wars Cyborg. It's actually 1991. I got it in Queens. And
That's
I got
awesome,
the comic
man.
book with it.
Amazing.
And I got some for you. I got the Ultimate Warrior. Look at that.
I can't believe how he passed away.
Yeah, and I got some old stuff here too.
Cyrus, Shane Douglas, Chris Jericho.
Look at that.
Oh, that's Cloak and Dagger.
Stars here.
I got some nice. I mean, I got a lot in my store. Rich too. I got
from the West Coast, the golden blonde beauty. Can't live without him. This guy makes me freaky. Aaron, the quarterback, is everyone's sweetie. If he leaves his girlfriend, he'll be my next beefy. Aaron.
B-Mac, I'm bringing you on the show for the first time since you said what you said about Jay Graves. Just note, if at any point someone gives the 10 memberships, that's the automatic bounty to eject you. Until then, your thoughts.
To the hole. Can you hear me?
We hear you.
To the hole. To the hole, right?
You'll be sent to the hole if someone pays the bounty.
Well, I make my point quick. First of all, I just want to say, it's good. It's good to see you, Jake. You know, you are the man. Like I said, after Rodgers leaves, I'm always going to be supporting you.
Whoa, it's over. It's done. Ladies and gentlemen, Rick Kent has paid the price to end BMAC's call. Sound the alarm. Ladies and gentlemen, BMAC's day is officially over. We will see you later.
Now look what you've done. No more protection from the Asmaniacs. Had to pull you out of the chat and cast you down with the Sodomites. Some time in here will feel like you've been run over by the lane train. You understand me? You catch my drift? Give them another 24 hours to think about it.
$10 spot from Rick. 10 raffle entries for Rick's chance to win the full-size helmet. Goodbye to BMAC. And notice, Rick, I'm boycotting Gators membership video of you until I get a real membership video. So these are 10 from Rick. Following people are now channel members. Call it out. NY Jets DH, Justin Heath, Legacy Green, Harris Bornstein, Pete, Tiffany Gregory, Black Jesus, Rick Perenza, all receiving channel memberships from the great. Hit the Kent emoji. Rick Kent. Rick Kent also writes, I don't want one, thank you. Gator can blow. Strong. Real strong. Scott Foster with a super chat fundraising raffle to take Charles' virginity. I don't know how that would work, but I do appreciate the sentiment. Tiffany writes in, Beast has a smelly belly button, Gia told me. Beast, is there any truth to this allegation from Tiffany?
If this girl has no brain, then I have to say this. Sweetie, you need to go back to getting your exams because you're not up to par.
Thanks for the time, Beast. Couldn't hear a word of that. Your internet was not great. Holy crap. 25 is in for 10, baby. Let's go, 25. Sound the alarms. Fresh off 25's big win earlier. He's in for 10 more.
It's the Asmaniac membership raffle. For every membership gifted, you receive one ticket entered in the raffle to win epic prizes.
25, here we go. Joe Blow, M.M. Morris, Leon M., Prestige Shogun, Evanston Benally, Jamar Mason, John Williams, Smiley GOE, John Mellick, Rick, all receiving channel memberships from 25. Love it. Ladies and gentlemen, more of your calls right now. Ray from Cali and PBM are the next two. What's up, Ray?
Hey, how you doing, Jake?
What's up, Ray?
I'm blessed, man. Blessed. I'm going to put on a hat here, and I want you to know.
Hard hats on. Let's go.
It's time to get to work. I'm ready to challenge anybody who has anything bad to say about Rex Ryan. I have all the answers. Stand on my way. Rex, yes, most definitely. I'll take Rex. Some of the questions I always hear, or some of the complaints. Oh, they say, "Oh, we fired him." Rabel was fired. Most of these other guys are fired. But here's the thing: Rex was not giving toward the end of his coaching. He was not giving the people they need. He had a new GM come in. Yeah, Isaac was against Rex, so he wasn't able to build the team the way he was going to. So I don't care what nobody said.
I agree with that. I mean, 2013, he went 8-8 with a bad roster and a rookie Geno Smith at quarterback, and then it all fell apart this last year. But
yeah, they got punched in the jaw in training camp because he owed somebody money. There's a lot of things. Rex wasn't the guy that wanted Tebow. There was a lot of sabotaging going on. A lot of people. I've been a Jet fan for over 40 years. Okay, the Rex Ryan years that people keep saying, "Oh yeah, well it's past it." You know, he's been an analyst for the last maybe 5, 6, 7 years. The game can't pass you up when you're watching it and analyzing it. If anything, he's probably learned some new tricks, seeing what the game is at to add to what he already has. There's no way. Now, he's not like he's sitting at home and just waiting for opportunity. He's sitting in there. He's watching football with other analysts, hearing what they see. He's seeing what's going on. He is very, very much aware of the new NFL. All he had to do now is to get a nice offensive coordinator to come in, and I believe that he'll take us to the promised land.
Look, I don't hate it. I just didn't love what I heard from Rex today when they asked him, or yesterday, about what his offensive staff would look like, and he really didn't have an answer. He's like, I don't know. I'm going to hire the best staff. He's like, it's going to take time, but we're going to get the best people. I hope when they asked him today that question, he had a better answer. He doesn't have to tell us now, but if he gets this job, his OC hire could define whether or not it's gonna work or not.
100% agree. It's all going to come down to the staffing. But Rex, I do not think that the team will quit on him. They never quit on him before. If he came in there, I think that he will give us an identity. We hadn't had an identity. Anybody that says, you know what, Rex, the last time we went to the playoffs, it was with Rex. The last time we've been to AFC Championship was with Rex. What have we had since then? I don't care if you said anybody else that came along have done worse. You can't take it from them. You cannot take it from them. And we had 3 offensive coordinators in the first 4 years that he was there, and that does not do anything good for a quarterback to have to keep learning offensive systems. So basically, what I'm saying is, he has a second chance to take a look at the things that went wrong, and we can do this.
Look, right? I get it. I'll tell you what, if Rex is the coaching and I got my Halloween costume for this year, could bring this one back after 15 years away. So I'm in. All right, I'm a Rex guy. He's not in my top 3 right now. I'd rather some other guys with experience more recently than Rex, who hasn't coached in 9 years.
I'll take Flores. The quarter wasn't Flores with the Miami Dolphins.
He was, and assuming Vrabel's not coming here, Brian Flores would be at the top of my list.
I like Flores. I heard Gruden. I like Gruden, but Gruden, they said he's out. He's not going to be somebody even considered.
They haven't even interviewed.
No, I don't know who else. I like Rex. I like Gruden. I like Flores. Other than that, we're all this. But the guy. Aaron Glenn, I'll take a stab at him. He's a Jet, so maybe he can do something different. So, but that's just my take.
I'll tell you what, I love your take, love your passion, love your resemblance to Aaron Glenn as well. So if they hire him, you got your Halloween costume, and this is for you.
Oh yeah, you know what time it is. You tried to throw him away, but this man's coming back. Sometimes he's fat or thin. That waistband makes him slim. He's got the fix you need. They call him sexy. Rexy.
Fuck Gruden, he's no Jet. I'm here to crack some skulls. I'll turn these boys to men. This team is stacked with pros. Hire me, you won't break your purse. I'm here to break the curse. They call me sexy. Rexy. Fuck all you naysayers.
Ooh, sexy. Ooh, he's sexy. Rexy. Sexy. Ooh, he's sexy. Rexy. Sexy. Ooh, he's sexy. Rexy. Sexy. Ooh, he's sexy. Rexy.
Thinking is overrated.
Oh, yeah. All right. More of your calls right now. Shout out to Ray for doing what he did. Let's say hello to PBM, who's next. What's up, Mike?
Yo, bring Beastbreaker on. Not a Rumble, though.
What's wrong? I want no issues between you two. We're having a good show here.
Yeah. No issues. He likes Mario. I feel like we can bury the hatchet if we play Mario Kart.
All right, can both of you put some lights on, though? You're both in the dark. Beast, you're back up here.
Well, I was just playing a little Contra there. Let's see. Are you familiar with the game Contra? Super C? Star Wars? Terminator? Indiana Jones?
Well, I mean, yeah, it just depends on there's a lot of versions of those. But yes.
If you have a modded Xbox, let me just say this, my friends. Get a modded Xbox. See how you feel with it, and if you love it, I'll tell you, It's the best thing going today. I'm like Ric Flair.
I got an X.
I have the very first Xbox right here. As a matter of fact, look at that right there. What is this? Contra 1988. One of my all-time favorites. And I'll tell you this right now. Anybody who doesn't like the old tradition, you ain't worth not even a peanut butter sandwich on a good day.
Now I love the old games. I do, but
I can't see you, Mike. Are you even
Let
there?
me say, the new stuff of today is trash.
I got my dog
I'm
on me,
sorry.
so I can't get up and turn the light on.
Look at this guy. We can't even see him. I just see the outline of his glasses.
I know. I got my dog on me, so I can't get up and turn the
You
light
got
on.
a dog. You got a dog?
Yeah.
I see that.
See her? I don't know if you can see her, but
Oh, look at that little guy over there. He's such a fun. He's a good boy or girl.
Girl. Her name is Maui.
Oh, make sure you take good care of her, my friend. You better take good care of her.
You know what, Beast? I was wrong about you.
Hey, they don't.
You know what?
They don't pay me. They don't pay me to sit on my ass and do nothing. Okay. Hey, like I tell everybody. Hey, just make sure you have your P's and Q's. Okay. That's all I'm gonna tell you. And let me just say for next year. We're gonna get Rex. I think we'll wind up getting Rex, but he will have a combat team ready to go, and he'll tell his boys, we're not gonna have no drama queen bullshit here.
All right, I want to talk Jets right now for a second. Do you have a Nintendo Switch?
Yeah, right. I have a modded Xbox, my friend. One of the best things that I've ever had for a long time, and I'll say this with no shame. I have the top systems in the world, and I know where the goods are at. Big fella,
So you don't have a Switch, so we can't play Mario Kart.
Hey, but let me address one thing here. Hey, big fella, you want me to do something for you? How about you do this? Doink! 44 special, baby. The bird special. How do you like it? How do you want yours? Do you want yours moldy or do you want it extra crispy? Answer the question, Joykov.
Beast.
Next question.
Look, Beast. You can't be flipping off the Asmaniacs. The big fella is a beloved.
It's called you gotta learn your lesson.
Let me finish. Beast, let me finish. The big fella is one of the most respected Asmaniacs there are.
Ladies and gentlemen, sports fans of all ages, welcome to the event of the year, the moment you've all been waiting for. This is the Asmaniac Rumble.
Bro.
This guy.
No, listen before you speak. Listen before you speak, okay? I wrote that to you. You didn't read the whole thing before you figured it out. I was saying Mike just wanted to play Mario Kart with you, and you needed to be quiet. So don't give me the fucking bird, bro.
I see that. Well,
right.
Well,
that's all I said. What the fuck? I don't deserve the fucking big bird, all right? And be called a jerk off. I was telling you some advice that Mike was trying to apologize, not apologize, but like try and get along with you. But you went into this fucking.
Okay, all right, okay. Chill your jet 1 minute. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath.
All right. Go ahead.
Now this is 2025. We didn't get what we wanted, but we're gonna be okay. Now let's focus on football. Think about the good things in life, because you know what? In 9 months, football season will be around the corner, and we're gonna get back up on our feet. How you think I'm getting a lot of points out? It's because of this, the common sense rule.
Bro, dude, stop. I was trying to help you.
Thank you very much indeed.
Okay. So what I'm saying, and I appreciate the words. I appreciate the words from PBM. I truly do. But Beastbreaker.
In the words of the great Harry Anderson, thank you very much for entering my courtroom. Case adjourned. Case adjourned.
Beastbreaker. You need to tone it down a little bit today. All right. All I'm saying, all right, was I was trying to help you. I don't deserve to be called the jerk off or nothing like that. All right. I've taken a different method with you, like talking with you. I've tried to be calm. I tried to deal with you, respectfully. Okay? You don't call me a jerk off. You understand? You got that?
Did I stutter? Hey, Joe, you want to talk about chins? Hey, asshole, you want the next time you talk about chins, how about I knock your teeth out and then ram my fist on it, idiot?
All right, so are we good?
Wait here.
I'm asking.
Hey, Joe M, I got news for you, you little pig. Take your sorry ass, get out of here. Here's your pink slip. Now go get me some gabagool, you goof.
All
Get
right.
the hell out of here.
Are we good?
I got a headache right now.
Are we good?
You're good. Now, please get out of my office. I got a headache.
No.
I got a fucking headache.
No.
Yelling
Let
at
me
people
tell you something.
fucking
Let me tell you something. You don't tell me when to leave. I leave on my own. Okay.
Well, thank you very much indeed.
That's number one. Number two.
Hey, case.
Number two. Our offensive line is good. Stop saying that shit. Okay. Our offensive line is fine. No pink slips needed. You're right about zero line. You're 100% right about zero line, but you're 100% wrong about the offensive line. I've been a Jet fan. You say you've been a Jet fan for how long? 20 years, you say?
27.
I've been a Jet fan for 41 years. Okay. So I've seen a lot of shit. All right. And this offensive line is not bad. All right. Now, when we talk again, okay, we're going to be respectful to each other. Okay. I'm not going to yell at you. You're not going to yell at me. I'm not going to call you a jerk off. You're not going to call me a jerk off. Okay. That's the way it's going to be. Okay. And we can leave as gentlemen right now.
All right. Case adjourned.
All right.
Case adjourned. Now. Oh, great. Hey, Peter Castro, you got something for me, you douchebag? Eat this, bitch. I got something for you. Get out of here and go get me my gabagool, you big dickhead. We are letting Beastie. If you're going to insult my integrity, look, if you want me to go Larry Sabisco on all you losers, because right now I'm getting really annoyed by all these crappy questions and these shitty comments. This is disgrace. Hey, Purple Belt Mike, I got something for you. Right here, you dummy. You're not even in the same ballpark as me, and you couldn't even carry my jock. So, that's one thing done. Tom Ace, get out of here. Eat this, you pig. Twat face. This is an Imperial Observer. Not as funny. You know what? I got more heart than you do, you jerk off. Why don't you go back to the front line like everybody else and go take a hike, you little idiot? Thank you, Mr. Garrett. I deeply appreciate that very much. Thank you. Now, hey, I've been watching The Sopranos since 2000. So who the hell is Dan Hobbs? Are you some kind of a goof, or are you just some kind of a spazoid? Answer the question and get it correct. I don't eat peanut M&Ms. Thank you very much. That's for weenies. I'm part Italian, part German, idiots. Pay attention. Now, Tom Ace, I'm going to give you this. Boink. I'm going to make a couple of suggestions here. We're still going to need new guys. And Mimosa, get out of here. All you're doing is blowing smoke up my ass, and you're making me look bad. Now get out of here and go get me an Italian beef. And extra cheese, too, especially when I want it. Okay? Do the job and get out of here. Go on, get out of here. You freaking pellic. Mike D's nuts. Can we play that song? Hey, Jake, put that song on. D's nuts. Thank you. I love that song. That's actually funny. I find that entertaining. Thank you very much. And in the words of George Carlin, you know what? You want to talk about garbage? How about we look at Mike D's nuts? He kind of reminds me of Todd. I'm getting sick of a guy's named Todd. Where in the hell do these names come from? Jerry, Jackie, Toilet, Flynn. These are not real names. You want a real name? You want a real name? Eddie. Whatever happened to Eddie? Whatever happened to Joey or Jackie and Tommy and Dan and Bill? Look what we get. Todd. Peter Castro right here. This is reality, kid. Right here. The Boyd Special 44 Magnum. How you like them apples? Cockbagger. Red Diddy. I like it. Good. Mimosa. Right here, you douchebag. Now, next year when we get this defense and offensive line combination going, we're going to look good. And Zoink Nation, I am part Italian, you stupid hick. Get out of here and get on your horse and ride off into the south, you moron. WTP, what the fuck is this? Rick Kent, this guy, you are an idiot. Marcelo, you are a turd. You have no balls. Purple Belt Mike, okay, enough. I'm starting to get really annoyed here. This is really peeling me off. I'm getting sick of it. I'm here to talk business. I'm gonna tell you again. No more of this bullshit, okay? Enough's enough. All right? Now, I said my piece. You're nothing but a pile of old gabagoo. Offensive line, defensive line. Offensive line. The first thing I'm going to address.
No more protection from the Asmaniacs. Had to pull you out of the chat and cast you down with the
We need
sodomites.
big boys. I shave every day. I also represent real people of Japan. Get out of here now. Let's concentrate on football. Are you seriously on crack? I think somebody's going to call the crack department. Retarded questions. How about you bending over and taking up the booty hole behind the 7-Eleven?
Farewell, Beast. You had a good run. The Mimosa has spoken. A 10 spot of channel memberships, 10 raffle tickets for Mimosa. If you tuned in late, we announced it on the first show today after we did raffle number 10. Grand prize, full size. That's right. Spending a little money on this next giveaway here. Full sized Jet current helmet. So I think that'll be pretty cool. You got to have a spot in the man cave for it. But that's the next grand prize. Ladies and gentlemen, 10 from Mimosa. Here's who got them. Gary Weber, Lando, Manny DZ, Viffer 1K, Ronnie Diaz, Donald Davis, Mark, Tyler Raines, all receiving channel memberships. Let's go. Colton Langjanes. I think there's some more. There we go. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. All right. We had a lot of rumbles this show, the last show. 25 writes in, keep Beast here, but bring in the real OG, Peter Castro, to destroy this guy. Look, if Peter wants to have words with Beast, he has a right to talk to him. Super chats to get caught back up on. Jay Cruz says, regaining a culture / identity doesn't mean we have to go back to Rex. There's fresh and stronger candidates that will inspire the team / fans. I agree with that, but I think a big part of Rex's selling point is that he would establish an identity, a culture. I think the players would be excited. So I see both sides of that. I don't think Rex is the only guy that could do that, though. I think Brian Flores could do that, too, for example. He's my number one candidate, assuming Vrabel is off the board. Grimy says, I'd pay to see Beast fight Charles for Margot Robbie. Now, that would be something. That would be something. Now, folks, Gator has just sent me what looks to be the prototype for the Beast Breaker emoji. What do we think? Should we add this to the arsenal? I got to see how many more members we need because YouTube is a pain in the ass with this. But that is the early look at the Beast emoji, which you definitely need to add. I mean, this guy is a lightning rod in the chat. Richard said, Beast is like Conor McGregor. Everybody wants to smoke. It's true. It's true. Mimosa says, I wanted Beast gone more than the helmet, Jake. Understandable. Boom says, you just got pink slipped. That's right, Beast. You did just get pink slipped. Kate says, Jake, did you see John Simpson quoted your tweet? I did not. Which tweet? I turn off a lot of notifications on most of my tweets because it's too much. Someone tell me what tweet John Simpson quote tweeted. And everyone tweeted him to come on the show. I'd love to interview him. DD says, where's the Beast intro song? Gator has sent me some details on that. I'm thinking we might have the intro for Beast by tomorrow or the next day. It's not going to be that much longer. I'm going to record some stuff for him after the show. John Gruden won. He played for Gruden, didn't he? Did he like Gruden? Let's see. John Simpson. Let's see. John Simpson. I don't think oh no, he didn't tweet me. Someone's fill me in. I'm not seeing anything from John Simpson retweeting me. He deleted it. What did he say? What was the initial tweet? Did he retweet it? Did he have an opinion? He played for Gruden. Did he like him? Someone tell me. I don't know. Bet Pace Chris says, we lost D's nuts. It's a sad day. Love Mike D's nuts. Sent him his winning Super Bowl. No, he didn't win a ring. Mike, what did you win today? You won. I have it on my notes. Mike D's nuts won a Gusbuster umbrella, so that's right. He's so disgusted about Beastbreaker that he says you could re-gift the umbrella. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, today's show is officially a funeral. We have lost Mike D's nuts due to Beastbreaker.
Is this Mike D's nuts?
No, it is not. No, it is not. Saying it ain't so, Mike. Saying it ain't so. Dave says the beast emoji needs to be more ugly. Kevin says Mike is getting salty. Oh, it was the eyeball emoji that Sims. Okay, so he's like, huh? How come they haven't interviewed Gruden? I do think they should interview Gruden, though. I don't understand why. If you're going to talk to Ron Rivera, Rex got an interview today. I'm requesting Gruden and Pete Carroll. You have two guys out there. My dad already sent the umbrella out to you, Mike. He writes in peace, Jake. It was fun while it lasted. Well, Mike, if this is the end, I'm going to honor you the only way I know how.
Bang! Thank you, Mike D's Nuts, for another gifted membership.
We will see you later, Mike D's Nuts. Richard writes in 4 goodbye comments. Peter says bye. Joe says bye. Mike writes in later, baby nuts. We will miss you, Mike. Farewell. All right, more of your calls right now. Let's say hello to Stan from Westport. What's up, Stan?
Hey, Jake. How are you? The Beast. That's unique podcasting, I got to say.
Man, he makes a lot of salient points.
There's nothing like that on YouTube. I would say if Rex gets the job, he should consider signing Beast as a free agent. Just put him in the middle on first and second downs. There's no running inside those tackles.
He's this generation's Sione Puha.
But, you mentioned Pete Carroll real quick. I think if the Jets don't interview Pete Carroll, it's because Pete Carroll respectfully declined the interview, offline. I don't think they would just throw that out there to try to entice him. I think he's got enough respect that he would tell them whether he's interested or not, and he wouldn't take an interview just for exercise, in my opinion. As far as Rex goes, my thoughts. I mean, I just don't see how Woody swallows a lot of, lost pride, as much as lost pride happened this year, which is a lot, especially in London, which really, that's what caused the firing when he was embarrassed in front of his British, let's say, elite cohorts that he invited. But, how does he hire Rex after Rex so vitriolically dissed the Jets, the organization? Now he's talking about Aaron Rodgers not showing up, which I criticized too. But then it came out that he actually did get excused, and Saleh's the one who made the error. But I just don't see how you bring Rex in with all that on the record vitriol against the team and the company, if you will, the organization. So
yeah, I just it's tough for me to picture, but he got the interview, Stan, and Rex
Yeah.
is charming and knows what to say, and it is at least a real thing that it could happen because he got the interview.
listen, that might be as much to placate Joe B and a pretty decent sized contingent of fandom, as anything else. But we'll see. I'm still an Aaron Glenn guy. I think defense was a shortcoming. He's got a lot of respect. He can relate to modern players. And he did a great job at Detroit. So if he'd be willing, I don't know. To me, he'd be the guy.
I agree. Good call, Stan.
Yeah.
I look, I like Glenn. I just want someone with experience more. And honestly, like, it's probably going to end up being Aaron Glenn because that feels like a Jet thing to do. And I hope it works. I hope he's the next great young coach in the league, but I have my doubts. I hope it's still someone with previous head coaching experience like Vrabel or Flores. But after the Patriots shenanigans earlier, total bullshit with what they're doing with the Rooney Rule. Rip them in the open. If you guys want to watch that, tuned in late, I feel like it's less likely. All right, comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. To my knowledge, Mike D's Nuts has not left us just yet. He has just wrote in choo-choo. So I think Mike D's Nuts is here. Dave says, Mike D's Nuts, don't go away. You are a valuable member. Adam says, does Rex bring Bart Scott? I talked about this with Connor Rodgers on the radio last week. It wouldn't shock me if Rex offered Bart a coaching position. Now, would Bart take it? I don't know. But that would be the only coach he would take it. Take it for, I should say. Ladies and gentlemen, more of your calls right now. We got to get the show back on track. We had a good call there from Stan talking about the Jets. And let's bring in one of our more serious callers. He'll make coherent and sensible points.
It's Chiefs fan.
Guess what? I'm still looking for a job, bitches.
It's Chiefs fan.
I'm just going to rub my hands together all day.
It's Chiefs fan.
There's a whole lot of DNA on this couch.
Let's hear it for Chiefs fan.
Look, it's my dead neighbor that I didn't kill. Ah, Gator, good stuff. Long day, dude. So many trolls on that line today. I think I might lose a job for what I said to the last troll, though.
Bacon and eggs and Texas toast for dinner tonight. Let's go.
The last troll was someone spamming the N-word. I said, just because your mother gets dick down doesn't mean you have to be that way.
I see.
And I said a whole bunch of other things to them. But if I get fired, I get fired. I ain't going to put up with racism. That's one thing I'll get fired for every single time. Someone yelling the N-word constantly. I'm like, no, we ain't about that life.
No, definitely not.
No.
Now tell me more about bacon, eggs, and Texas toast.
I ordered groceries. They were out of lettuce and taco shells, so no Taco Tuesday because everyone ordered a shit ton of stuff during the snowstorm.
Give me a little Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday. The thing is, I got myself some hickory bacon, extra thick cut. Spent $10 on it. Some real good shit. And then I had some bacon come in from the butchery. My friend dropped it off. So I put that $10 bacon in the freezer. And I put in the freezer because we're going to go with the butchery bacon every single time.
Hell yeah.
It's hickory maple. Smoked too. So I'm having bacon and eggs. And then my friend dropped off some Texas toast. He didn't
Hold
finish.
on one second. Mike D's Nuts writes in, I'm out, and Jake is backing Beast, which is wild. I'm backing free speech, Mike. That's what I'm backing around here. Continue, Cheats fan.
I'm back in free speech too, but like, holy cow.
What are your thoughts on Beast Breaker, Cheats fan?
Reminds me of a younger me when I just didn't give a fuck who I offended. Now I'm more PC.
It feels like people are coming at Beast Breaker first, and the man is simply just trying to talk about the Jets.
I don't appreciate the fat jokes here. I don't like to fat shame people. I don't like that.
Well, it seems like he's getting fat jokes a lot.
Well, fat shaming is for idiots. If you fat shame someone, you should be shamed yourself.
Rat Kitty says Chiefs fan looks like he's been trimming down a bit.
I have. I've cut all chocolate out of my life, minus every once in a while, just getting a small bag of M&Ms and tossing in the trail mix. I've been cutting my meals back, eating leaner, even though I'm spending like $70 on healthy choice steamers a month.
Ian writes in, my friend dropped off some Texas toast he didn't finish. My God, what world do we live in? If I put that on a t-shirt with your face on it, Chiefs fan, do you think people will buy it?
Well, he was grilling during the snowstorm, and he made smash burgers with Texas toast. And he had like 4 or 5 slices he didn't use. And I'm like, I'll take it.
Swamp Ranger says fat shaming is acceptable. Being fat is totally preventable.
Yeah, but some people have it like, okay. I'm like, I understand where you're coming from, but some people also have it in their DNA or like a medicine. Like if you're taking Seroquel or heavy doses of bipolar pill, it's going to raise your cholesterol and make you eat more. Like hypothetically, if you're on heavy psychotropics, you're going to gain weight and you're going to have more cholesterol because your cholesterol is going to be high. I've studied this as a person who was on a heavy psychotropic, who's like, when I was like 15 years old, because I was losing my mind after witnessing someone getting shot. I've been there, 350 pounds, 375, almost 400. Could have had a heart attack when I was in my teens, but I changed my life around to lose weight.
Cactus Johnny says being an alcoholic is totally preventable. Easy
It
to
is too.
Well, he's saying it's easy to say what you're saying if you're not fat.
I still am fat by standards. I should be 185 for my height of 5'9", so I'm just managing it better. Like those healthy choice steamers, I don't mind spending $75 on healthier meals.
Dane says, I got to know if that's even a recliner.
There's no recliner, but one sec. I got a recliner, I just don't use it.
I see.
I just don't use it because that was the old man's recliner who moved, and he's like, here, have this. And I'm like, he moved right, like my friend who had dual citizenship was Canadian and American. And when Donald won, it's like, here's this recliner. I'm revoking my American citizenship. I'm like, okay.
Marcelo says worst caller on the show by far, which is interesting because I've seen a lot of people thinking that Chiefs fan, you might be a 1 seed in March, and Marcelo doesn't even think you're a good caller.
You know, I'm just gonna pull a fucking beast. How about 2 of them?
Yeah.
I try to make people feel good. I'm very PC cultured. I'm PC principal. I will throw hands like PC principal beat the shit out of Cartman.
Bobby Midnight is sick. Bobby, I gave you a shout out earlier. I don't know if you heard it, but I hope you feel better, buddy.
Well soon. Get well soon, Bobby. Chicken noodle soup, soap, a hot bath with some soap, like tea, caramel tea. What I do when I'm sick, I have a little bit of whiskey that I keep around. I throw in the spiciest chili flakes I can find. The job. I just told Jake earlier I had a troll calling in saying the N-word, so I might have lost that job. I went off on them. Like I don't play that racism as a person who dealt with Chicago PD and threw hands of asshole officers until my record was clear. I don't play that racism shit.
You got into a fight with a police officer?
Yeah, I told you I had butted one before.
Oh, that's right. I think you told me a lot of stories over the years.
Yeah, like I don't play that, but I'm like, if like Bobby, I don't know if you can drink alcohol, but like whiskey, spicy chili pepper flakes, and some honey, microwave that clears me up all the time. If you can't, honey and tea. I've been in way too many fights. I had a juvenile record and a very, very long record until I met one of my friends who, I'm not going to give his name, but he's a very famous Jewish lawyer from Chicago. And he went in and cleared my record for me because he's seen good in me.
Really?
He's like, you're a good person. Let's go ahead and get your record cleared.
How did he do it?
Was also a Jewish lawyer, so they went to a synagogue and they talked out a deal. He's basically said, well, he basically said, we'll work out a deal. I knew there had to be money involved. I wasn't going to say anything. Like who doesn't pay off judges these days? But like, come on now. And it's a Jewish, like, when you go into that Jewish synagogue, they're going to sit down and do business like mafia members.
Now, can I ask you why his Jewish background is relevant at all to the story with him being a lawyer?
Because I am very protective of the Jewish community and what they have done to me, and they have changed me from being an asshole to a PC person. I went through PC culture to them.
See, you know what? I'm not going to question it. Sounds good to me.
That's when someone says I don't like Jewish people. I'm like, go over there and shut the hell up. Because I'm very.
It's good to know that Cheats fan is not anti-Semitic. It's
Oh
good to hear.
no! If I was like, if it's one thing I'll take the death penalty for, is just knocking a Nazi back to hell.
Have you ever fought any Nazis?
No.
No.
I don't like that shit. I'm very politically correct. But let me just say this.
Yeah, but I'm saying you would fight a Nazi.
I would. I would go back in World War II and fight on the American side 100%.
Good to know.
Or take a picture out of Canadians and be a war criminal.
I see.
Yeah, like, do you remember this World War II stories where they would lure the men with food and then go? I don't know if you remember those stories. But like football, I'm trying to like talk more football with people, but it's a playoffs. I got a bye week. There's nothing to look forward to. The only thing I can look.
You have a bye week. Your team doesn't play because they're so good.
But there's one thing my friend's trying to get me to do. He's trying to get me to go half and half on season tickets to the Battlehawks.
I see. Well, Cheats fan, let me say this to you. It's good to have you as an ally in the Jewish community.
That's the other thing. I'm like, let me just say this. I don't mean to go off single, but remember when they found all those Jewish people in one of those tunnels in New York, and people were making anti-Semitic jokes? I got my original Twitter account axed because of that, because I kept on going at the people, and Elon was allowing people to say really, really messed up shit. So I called out Elon Musk and got my shit axed. Just made a new account.
It's Chiefs fan.
Guess what? I'm still looking for a job, bitches.
It's Chiefs fan.
I'm just going to rub my hands together all day.
It's Chiefs fan.
There's a whole lot of DNA on this couch.
Let's hear it for Chiefs fan.
Look, it's my dead neighbor that I didn't kill.
Excellent call from the Cheats fan. Billy's up next. Hey, Billy.
Hey, what's going on? Yeah, I just came back on quick. I just want to make tell actually Charles, if he becomes a number one seed, I want to give him a nice action figure of his choice. It's going to be a gift from me, and it's going to be a surprise. I won't tell him yet what it is, but I got an idea of what he likes. So just let him know I appreciate him. I appreciate the Ace Matt. As Maniacs, I love everybody. Let's all get along. Let's go Jets, baby. I'll talk to you later, man.
Billy, excellent call out of you. I appreciate it. That's good to know. I think Gorman's going to be a 1 seed, so he's getting some new action figures, or at least one. No doubt. I have nothing to do with seeding, but my personal feeling, I think it'd be hard-pressed to find someone that calls into this show that provides as much insight and entertainment than this guy.
Excuse me, I'm sorry, I burped.
I mean, Charles is the best. D-Rob, Billy, a great guy. Joe M, Beast, way, way better than Gorman. Wow. Some love for Beast being a 1 seed. He'd be probably well, we've never had a tournament before, but I'd imagine for as long as we do as Maniac Madness, if Beast Breaker were to be a 1 seed, we'll never have anyone that's a 1 seed that has been sent to the hole by members of the chat that many times. There's just no way. All right, last chance here. Hit the like button. We're about 2.5 hours in. Will Parkinson joined us for the first hour of the show, reacting to every single interview request the Jets have put in over the last 2 days. Rex's interview today, and much more. Super chat from C. C, thank you for supporting the show, my friend. Sauce and Jermaine both saying they want to be part of turning the team around. Need this energy from Garrett and Breeze too. Agreed. I think all 4 of those guys are going to be here next year. I don't think they're trading any of them. I love Jermaine, man. I think that was such an underrated injury that killed this season. I mean, he was their best overall defensive lineman against the run, against the pass. Boomtown says Bobby did get sent to the hole 4 times in one show. Yeah, but in the last 2 days, I mean, Beast Breaker's been sent to the hole. I mean, we still got, I mean, come on. 2 full months before this tournament. Ian writes in, one bright spot, Jermaine and Sherwood. I think you mean Jamie and Sherwood, but I get the point. Yes, I would like to see Jamie and Sherwood re-signed. Rat Diddy writes in, I love how Chiefs fan denounces racism, but has to tell us he had a Jewish lawyer. I did notice that. Jojo, Casey guy's getting interviewed tomorrow. Correct. That is correct. Jay Luby is Gruden blackballed. If he doesn't get a single interview, how am I supposed to think anything other than that? I don't know how the Jets aren't interviewing him. You interviewed Ron Rivera and Rex. Give Gruden an interview.
It's Jets, Jets. I love Fireman Ed too.
I want that guy in the room. Canuck Jack says Lane Train needs to win the tournament after the Jeff Irvin comment. I agree. Lane's got a chance too. It's all going to be matchups. Like, you know, if Lane runs into Gorman, who do you vote for? And that could be a semifinal matchup, right? Or if, think about it, right? Between Bobby Midnight, Lane, Charles Gorman, Cheats fan, and V-Man. I just named 4 number 1 seeds right there out of the 5 names. At least I think. Someone's going to be a 2. You, in theory, you could have V-Van versus Bobby Midnight in the Elite 8. Think about that. Because someone's going to be a 2 seed in a region with a 1 that is a powerhouse. I mean, the 2-3 matchup is going to be insane. In the Sweet 16, potentially. My dad is a Gruden fan. I love Gruden too. I love watching his stuff with Barstool. That's the guy. Give him an interview. Kevin writes in, Bobby is the same as D Nuts, but Bobby hasn't left yet. I'm sad that Mike D's Nuts is reportedly leaving the show. He'll be missed. Love Mike. The guy won a raffle prize today, and now he's leaving a show later. Oscar the Grouch writes in, Jake, why no Steve Spagnuolo on the list? I can't answer that, Oscar. I would request to speak with him. Kansas City has the bye. Why not? I always felt like Spags deserved a second chance, but no one's going to give it to him. I mean, he's been out of the league longer than Rex as far as being a head coach. And it didn't go well his first stint, but those teams were awful. I don't know. And people are going to say, oh, does he even want to leave? He told me last year after the Super Bowl that he would definitely be interested in interviewing for coaching jobs again, and there's no one that's requested him. Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't think this guy would call in, but he has.
Oh no!
I'm calling in for that tattoo man. What's his face?
Who?
Mike Tattoos. I think he should shut the hell up once in a while. He talks too much. He puts them in, Mike D's Nuts. You don't even call in the show, okay? Look how sick I am. I didn't want to call in.
Who are you yelling at? I'm not following
that
your anger
tattoo
here.
guy that just sent you the thing. That thing. I show you. Hold on.
What tattoo guy?
Mike Tattoos. He just sent you that thing that he texted the last time.
What was it? What did they say?
Kevin Tattoos. Kevin Tattoos. I'm not feeling good today, but he pisses me off.
Oh, right here he says Bobby's the same as D's nuts, but Bobby hasn't left.
Yeah, well, okay, well, we call in and you just type, you chicken shit. You just type on the typewriter, okay? Won't you come in and talk to me? I'm not feeling good, but I'm gonna have a rumble with you, big mouth.
Kevin writes in, "You illiterate fool."
Oh well, you can't even type, so shut the fuck up, okay?
Whoa.
No,
Bobby,
Kevin.
you can't fight with everyone in the chat, Bobby. You have 40,000 subscribers. People are gonna love you or gonna hate you, man.
Well, no, this is bullshit. We call in and he just typing on the typewriter.
You're too sick to fight with the guy right now. You need a senzu bean or something.
I'm not feeling good. I didn't want to come in tonight.
Yeah, so why did you have to call in to fight with Kevin Tattoos? Who cares?
Because he made fun of me and my friend Mike D's nuts.
Kevin writes in, I've been part of the show since you were a Giant fan.
Oh, well, I've been a Jet fan as long as you were born. Beast, I want to say hello to Beast. I want to make up with him. I like Beast.
Bobby, you need some energy here. Go to bed. All right, you're under the weather. We don't need you talking to Beast Breaker.
I just want to make friends with him. Then I go leave.
All right, Beast Breaker, you're on with Bobby Midnight.
Hi, Beast Breaker. How you doing?
Recognized symbol of excellence in sports entertainment.
What are you?
Do you know what time it is? I'm watching some old classic 1989 Royal Rumble. So sit back, buckle up, and get ready because.
Okay,
Bobby, you all right?
No,
you okay, there, kid?
I just want to be friends with you. You're a good guy.
Wait, who's this dickhead that's pissing you off? Who's the dickhead?
Oh, Kevin Tattoos. Oh, he put down me and my friend Mike D's nuts. There we go.
Hey, Kevin Tattoos, you got a problem with him or something? You dirty twat. Why don't you get the hell out of here? Here. Go down to the nearest store, get him a gabagoo, and get me an egg. Gabagoo. You're nothing but a pile of old gabagoo. Offensive line, defensive line. Offensive line. The first thing I'm going to address.
No more protection from the Asmaniacs. Had to pull you out of the chat and cast you down with the sodomites.
Big boys. I shave every day. I also represent real people of Japan. Get out of here now. Let's concentrate on football. Are you seriously on crack? I think somebody's going to call the crack department. Retarded questions. How about you bending over and taking up the booty hole behind the 7-Eleven?
I couldn't make that last too long. He had about 30 seconds. He was in the hole earlier. Mimosa paid good money for that.
I forgot. I'm sorry.
We honor bounties around these parts.
Yeah, she's a very nice lady.
Also, just as I predicted, Chris noted it here. I'm glad I got some credit for being right about this. Bobby Midnight and Beast friendship, just like you predicted. I knew it. I could see the similarities. Both guys are good people. They just need to get to know one another.
Yeah, we got to know. I like him. I wanted to apologize for yelling. Okay, I love your show, Jake. You know that.
Well, I want you. Why don't you go and relax and feel better, Bobby? You don't have to fight with Kevin Tattoos on your day of being sick.
Well, he making me sick, and Mike's these nuts is my best friend. So, if you want to rumble when I get better, you better come in and we're rumbling big mouth. Okay.
Right.
I think Thursday should be better. I think so.
Mimosa says, Bobby, feel better. Drink some water.
Thank you, Mimosa. I love you. You're a very nice lady. I talked to her. She's my friend in Discord now. So
Mimosa's great. Did you see she won the raffle earlier? I sent her the Jet winner hat today.
Yeah, she deserves it. But she lives in Florida, so I don't know how good that could be.
Mm-hmm. Well, it gets cold. It gets cold in Jacksonville.
Well, yeah. Well, Ted's cold down there. So, okay. Who do you have on tomorrow? Oh, no. No, don't tell me you have Jeff on tomorrow afternoon, do you?
I do.
Okay, I'm going to sleep like 24 hours and get up at 4:30. Can I come in and talk to my pal?
If you call in tomorrow, as long as you're feeling up to it, we'll have you speak with Jeff.
I get more rest tomorrow. Who's on the morning shift? Nobody?
To be determined.
Okay, well, I don't have to watch the first show. Let's slip through it.
Go feel better, Bobby. Don't worry. You don't have to watch any show. We got plenty of shows to come this week. Don't worry.
I want to watch Jeff, though. That's my friend.
All right.
Do I look like crap today or what?
You look like you're sick.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Well, you said that tired, but doing a 2-hour show.
That was already your name. I didn't do that.
No, you did it. Stop.
I did not. It could have been Gator.
Yeah, you put it on everything.
Nope.
So I did. I'm waiting on the call from Burger King. So
I see. Keep us posted, all right? You got to get that job.
Yeah, I know. It'd be good right up the road. And when I get out, Michael drives me
At
home.
BK, have it your way. You rule.
Yeah. Oh, you want the new one? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. That's the, you can't watch a football game without that commercial playing.
I know, but I went back to the olden days. I'm sorry.
All right.
I want to say hello to Steve if he's still in chat.
My dad is still in the chat. Yes.
And I got to meet mom one day. I met Nate's mom one time.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he was in the basketball. It was Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
All right, get off. So I'm going to relax now.
Ladies and gentlemen, a sick Bobby Midnight. Bobby, we love you. Feel better, buddy. Canuck Jets at the buzzer here as we wrap up the show. In on the raffle, 5 entries because he gifted 5 channel memberships.
It's the Asmaniac membership raffle. For every membership gifted, you receive 1 ticket entered in the raffle to win epic prizes.
Okay, if you hear your name here, these are from Canuck Jets, who was nice enough to donate these to the Asmaniacs. We've added 45 channel members during the show. That should be enough, God willing. I'll check YouTube right after to add the Beast Breaker emoji that Gator made. Carl Bananas, Jason Lustbader, Jay Hertz, Sergey Mikolov, Frank Vessioni, and there should be one more, but it's not showing. That might have been 5 anyway. Either way, those are the people who got the membership, so congrats. Oh, baby, we're not done. Another 5. How about this from Jeffrey, who won a big-time prize on the first show today. Jeffrey won the mini helmet, which was emailed to him. Jeffrey, congratulations. We got it sent out to you. And he gifted 5. Ooh, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Jeffrey, this is for you. Oh.
Free stuff.
Sal Santify, NY in Atlanta, Nate A, Robert XC, and Chris Havern, all receiving channel memberships at the buzzer. I see there was a question about the Namath rookie card. I don't know, Joe, on what is needed to win the Namath rookie card. I'm either going to include that as one of the prizes in our next raffle or a future one. I got 2 really cool Namath cards that I ordered. The rookie card from 1965, which is awesome. Lily has his Orange Bowl stats on the back. And then I have the this card too. It's from 1985 when Joe entered the Hall of Fame. It's his Hall of Fame card, which I think is pretty cool. The camera's not doing it justice with my ring light here, but you guys can hopefully see it. So it's pretty awesome. So those are the 2 cards. I'll probably do them separately. We'll do one in the next raffle, one in the other. Pretty cool. And then, really, I know what everyone wants. The autographed Zach Wilson jersey card. Duh. That's the most valuable thing I have in my apartment. Kyle says, how do you buy a membership? You hit the join button, or instead of sending a super chat, you can just hit gift membership. Hawk says, Jake, can you end the show with the Sexy Rexy song? I don't know, Hawk. I don't know if I could do that. DD, how do I get a channel membership? Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. You can't get one. You like the video. If you're not watching the show live, comment afterwards. Just increase your algorithm, and you're more likely to randomly get one. But you got to make sure you have gift receipts turned on. Kevin Tattoo still giving us a laughing emoji. 25 writes in, Jake, make sure to ring the next raffle for me again. By the way, 25, I assume you drive because you live on Long Island. I included a bunch of Asmaniac swag items, some magnets, stickers, coasters, and I sent you a Jake Asman bumper sticker. I better see that on the 25 vehicle. Canuck Jet says the Beast Hole video was funny. All Gator. Gator had the idea to have Beast just yelling over me in that whole video, which I thought was hilarious. C writes in, let's get Brick Johnson on the show this offseason. Hey, I'm down if he wants to join us. Maybe he watches the show. I don't know. Kevin says the Zach card is hilarious. Yeah, I got this a few years ago thinking that, it's going to be worth something someday. Yeah. Literally, it's a Zach Wilson rookie card, and it's his jersey. It's a jersey card. It's I got the I don't know if you guys can see it. You got the NFLPA authentication sticker down here, literally autographed and a jersey patch, and it's worth probably nothing. Unreal. Anyway, that's a show. Thank you to everyone for your support as always. Thank you to all the callers. We could not do it without you. Another almost 3 hours somehow talking about this football team. You guys are the best. We're back tomorrow with not one, but 2 shows. Jeff Parles will be the guest in the afternoon, and I'm cooking up something for tomorrow morning as well. So stay tuned for that. All right. Thank you again to everybody. I hit the wrong button. Ignore what's about to come on the screen. I meant to hit this. Anyway, thank you all. Go Jets. I will talk to you guys soon. Ladies and gentlemen, hang in there, Jet fans. Better days are ahead.
Ricky NY is up next. Hello, Ricky.
Okay, did you lose me?
What's up, Ricky?
At any rate, I will be calling back soon with different Wi-Fi.
You're the man, Ricky.
How do you feel about this whole Dezon Reddick news?
I think Dezon should show up to training camp immediately, Wayne.
I don't think we're going to win the Super Bowl without him. I look like Dream-Man in the bed right now. Yeah, moving along.
Thank you for the call today.
You're welcome.
Oh, yeah. You know what time it is. You tried to throw him away, but this man's coming back. Sometimes he's fat or thin. That waistband makes him slim. He's got the fix you need. They call him sexy. Rexy.
Fuck Gruden, he's no Jet. I'm here to crack some skulls. I'll turn these boys to men. This team is stacked with pros. Hire me, you won't break your purse. I'm here to break the curse. They call me sexy. Rexy. Fuck all you naysayers.